Hello and welcome to the morning news here on Newday on TV3. My name is Beatrice, coming up in the next few minutes. Health Minister Kwabena Mintah-Akando directs all public teaching hospitals to urgently begin operating outpatient departments, laboratories and diagnostic centers on a 24-hour basis. Also on the program, Judicial Service Staff Association JUSAC to strike from January 19 if salary arrears for its members are not paid. And much later on the program, Supreme Court set Wednesday, January 28 to rule on application by MP for Pandai Matthew Nyindam to quash the decision of the Tamale High Court for that election rerun. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Minister for Health, Kwabena Mintah-Akando, has directed all public teaching hospitals to urgently begin operating their outpatient departments, laboratories and diagnostic centers on a 24-hour basis, in line with the President's 24-hour health service policy. He made this call during an ongoing sector-wide management retreat, which brings together leadership across the health sector to reflect on performance and chart a forward-looking path. Now, the Judicial Service Association of Ghana, JUSAC, has declared an indefinite strike beginning January 19, 2026, demanding the payment of salary arrears owed to its members. This is contained in a letter signed by JUSAC National President Samuel Otu, addressed to the Executive Secretary of the National Labour Commission. JUSAC says the decision follows repeated engagement with the Ministry of Finance and the government over the delayed implementation of a 10% base pay increase approved for judicial service employees in 2025. The Judicial Service Staff Association says its members are unable to bear the situation that the government has subjected its hard-working members to. The statement also said that JUSAC members are fed up with the unbearable situation and they have been subjected to by the government. Some more here, and the Public Utilities Workers Union pool of the Trade Union Congress has reiterated its opposition to the privatization and private sector participation in the Electricity Company of Ghana and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO. The union is calling on the government to suspend all plans to privatize the two power distribution companies, citing what it describes as the phenomenal performance of ECG over the past 6 months.
Trade Union Congress and the Public Utility Workers Union of Ghana say the sharp rise in revenue at the Electricity Company of Ghana is clear evidence that the utility company can be turned around without privatization. They stress this is possible if workers are fully supported and management is given clear enforceable targets.
Following extensive tripartite engagements, a 6-month turnaround program was agreed upon and implemented from July to December 2025. The result of the turnaround program has been phenomenal. Verified performance data from this turnaround program indicate that ECG's average monthly revenue collection increased from approximately 900 million Ghana cedis to a record of 1.75 billion. This represents more than 90% increase in revenue collection.
The Trade Union Congress and the Public Utility Workers Union question why government would consider offering guarantees, incentives and policy stability to private concessionaries, why the government is unwilling to extend the same support to ECG under public ownership.
For private sector participation to succeed, the government must provide the very same guarantees and structural support that ECG currently lacks. This raises a central question. If the government is willing to make these interventions for a private firm, why not for ECG?
The group is also calling on government to extend the turnaround program and end all forms of political interference in the energy sector.
The 6 months management union turnaround program must be extended and reviewed comprehensively to determine additional measures needed to scale and sustain the success made so far.
Thank you.
2, while the review of the turnaround program is underway, we urge government to halt all actions toward privatization of ECG and NETCO. We request the government to take proactive measures immediately to end all forms of political interference in the energy sector, including the management of ECG and NETCO.
Well, as pool members talk, a member of the committee tasked with negotiating debt owed to independent power producers is urging the government to rather accelerate private sector participation in the operations of the Electricity Company of Ghana. Ben Boache is the Executive Director of the African Center for Energy Policy.
It's really commendable how the government has been committed to paying its debt and addressing the energy sector problem sustainable. There are a few other things that need to be done to actually tighten, the challenges, to resolve the challenges and tighten the rules around fiscal governance in the energy sector, which I've seen progress on. The private sector participation in ECG has been ongoing for the past 10 months or so. From my estimation, I think we've slowed on that quite significantly. We need to pick up the steam on that and be able to conclude on it and make sure that all the sector payments can be covered by revenues that are coming, from ECG and then NETCO. And if we're able to do that, that frees, the finance minister to be able to spend much more significantly on socioeconomic development.
Court has set Wednesday, January 28, to rule on the application by MP for Kwandai Matthew Nyindam to quash the decision of the Tamale High Court to rerun the election in that constituency. The NDC parliamentary candidate for Kwandai, Daniel Insala Wakpal, filed an election petition which resulted in the annulment of Nyindam's election. But lawyers of the MPP are challenging the High Court's decision and have filed a certiorari at the Supreme Court. Well, the Drasari has the rest of the story.
Lawyers of Matthew Nyindam on Tuesday, January 13, prayed the Supreme Court to overturn the Tamale High Court decision on grounds that the NDC Kwandai parliamentary candidate filed his petition on January 25, 2025 after the 21-day mandatory period. He indicated that the Gazette notification of the Kwandai results was published on December 24, 2024, noting that the judge committed jurisdictional error when he heard the case. Lead counsel for Nyindam, Gary Nemakon, again indicated that all other actions taken by the Tamale High Court after the expiration of the mandatory period was erroneous and thus should be considered null and void. He pleaded with the court to grant the application to quash the Tamale High Court decision, but lawyers of Daniel Insala Wakpal, led by Sika Blanc Ado, opposed the application. She stressed that the Kwandai election results were re-gazetted on January 6, hence the petition filed was well within the time of the mandatory 21 days. Ablado further noted that the January 6 Gazette was a comprehensive one which contained results of all the 276 constituencies, including Kwandai, so there was no point letting the December 24 one take precedence. She accused the NPP candidate of cherry-picking the Gazette notification after Nyindam relied on the January 6 one at the Tamale High Court. She therefore prayed the court to dismiss the application. Lawyer for the Electoral Commission, which was the second interested party, also acknowledged the existence of the two Gazette notifications and noted that he had acquired hard copies of same. One of the lawyers of Insala Wakpal, Roxanne Nelson Dafemekbo, spoke to the media.
Where public documents are made available in court and they are brought to your attention, you have a duty under law to observe the terms of those public documents. Today they say that they are online publications, but they were not online publications. Those were the same documents they brought to Parliament. In fact, on the 6th of January, that was the document that the clerk relied on to swear me, Eche Dafomakpo, in as a member of Parliament in the 9th Parliament. As a result of which, we proceeded to elect the Speaker of Parliament. That was the document that gave rights to every party who was aggrieved in the matter.
Barring all changes, the Apex Court will give its final judgment on the application to quash that Tamale High Court ruling, which annulled the MP Matthew Nyendam from holding his position. Now, the court also noted that the suspension of the Kwandai rerun will continue to hold until the final determination of the matter. Lodi Dwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
From the Supreme Court in Accra, let's take you now to the Kwandai constituency, where residents have expressed varied views about the Supreme Court's decision to defer judgment on the application to quash the Tamale High Court ruling that called for a rerun of the parliamentary race.
Parliamentary candidates for Kwandai, Daniel Nsala Wakpal of the NDC, filed an election petition at the Tamale High Court in January 2025, seeking an annulment of results from 41 polling stations. Fast forward to November 2025, the Tamale High Court, presided over by His Lordship Emmanuel Brew Plange, annulled the 2024 parliamentary results. Unsatisfied with the ruling of the Tamale High Court, the embattled Member of Parliament, Matthew Nyendam, filed a certiorari application at the Supreme Court seeking to quash the High Court's decision that annulled his 2024 election victory and ordered a fresh poll within 30 days. The Supreme Court granted a stay of execution on December 16, 2025, effectively putting all electoral preparations on hold. The Supreme Court has now set Wednesday, January 28, to rule on Nyendam's application to quash the Tamale High Court's decision.
There is high level of anxiety amongst residents in the Kwandai constituency following the Supreme Court's decision to adjourn judgment on the Kwandai parliamentary rerun.
They should try to speed up with their verdict. As it stands now, we don't know whether on the 28th that they have adjourned to, whether they will come out with a final ruling or they will still adjourn it to another date.
At the moment, the parliament is not in session. They are on break. We think that by the time that parliament will resume, I think the Supreme Court might have come out with their final ruling.
So with all this, it delays Kwandai development. So we are very worried about that. We don't have an MP. So the Supreme Court will do very fast about it so that we know how we can do.
I'm worried because but today I was even thinking that maybe before I will come from farm, they will declare everything. But when I came, they said they postponed the date again. I was not happy. I was not happy at all. So they have to take and know what they will do about it.
As it stands now, the Kwandai constituency has no representation in Ghana's parliament. For residents within the Kwandai constituency, the political future of the constituency continues to remain in limbo. They want the Supreme Court to make a determination on this matter on the 28th of January as indicated. Trust your election command center to continue to follow the Kwandai parliamentary rerun case and bring you up to speed on this matter. Christopher Mwako, TV3 News.
Now, many potential police recruits from this year's police intake have praised the administration for a smooth recruitment process, calling it, quote, the reset we want, unquote. Approximately 5,000 applicants are expected to go through the process over the scheduled 5 days in the Western region. Irama Smith has more in this report.
A well-planned process and a serene environment define this year's police intake at the Western Regional Command, where an estimated 5,000 individuals will be processed over a period of 5 days. The intake, which began on Monday with graduate recruitment, continued on Tuesday for other qualified categories and will run through Friday. The process has been organized to avoid overcrowding and long queues, with applicants assigned to specific groups, a notable improvement over previous years, according to Olivia Irabna Adiku, Western Regional Communications Officer for the Police Command.
You are seeing that we don't have the huge numbers. What will happen was that we schedule them at different dates and different times. So this morning, this is the morning section. We expect to screen about 400. Then we'll have the afternoon section from 12 p.m. to 6. So you see them Though they are not crowded, but they are many, depending on the timings.
One other notable addition is the provision of canopies to shield applicants and snack for their comfort while they wait.
We don't want the applicants to be stressed. As you can see, we set up canopies for them. They are sitting down comfortably. We're giving them water and some snacks. Because as you see this area, it might be even difficult for them to go out and look for food. So we give them something to sustain them. And we want them to pass through the process comfortably.
After a smooth and easy initial stage, applicants proceed through a sequence of documentation, height and physical checks, and then a computational assessment to complete the process. They have praised the administration for the streamlined recruitment, calling it the reset we want, while commending its proactive approach.
Past years, you know.
The process has been smooth so far. I have not experienced the chaos that marred the process some time ago. I think the reset is working. We haven't experienced what happened at Elwak here. The recruitment police has done well.
When I came here, the way they direct me to go and sit down, the way they are handling us, they even give us a food cry.
Everything is smooth, like how we expected it. No, they are treating us good, and we are enjoying it. Everything was smooth, like no stress. I'm very happy because definitely I'm going to get it.
Irama Smith, TV3 News, Takrady.
Now, 3 people have lost their lives in a tragic road accident on the Ofinso Bridge. The accident has sparked renewed concerns about road safety on the busy Kumasi-Ofinso highway.
The fatal accident involving an articulated truck carrying heavy metals and a Kia vehicle occurred on Monday night on the Ofinso Bridge. The collision reportedly triggered a fire outbreak, claiming the lives of 3 occupants of the Kia vehicle, which was traveling from Kumasi towards Techiman. Although the Ghana National Fire Service responded promptly after receiving a distress call, the severity of the crash made rescue efforts difficult. Preliminary reports we've gathered so far indicates the heavy-duty vehicle moved to overtake another vehicle and lost its lane, crashing into the Kia vehicle. The accident led to heavy traffic congestion on the Kumasi-Ofinso stretch, disrupting movement for several hours. The road is currently completely blocked, with traffic unable to move in either direction. The Ofinso stretch has also making it critical. Meanwhile, one other person sustained critical injuries and is currently receiving treatment at the Ofinso hospital. Authorities have since launched investigation into the cause of the accident and are urging motorists to exercise caution, particularly at night and on busy highways. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Ofinso, Ashanti region.
And that's all for the morning news here on Newday on TV3. My name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Do continue with us on Newday.
For the show as well. For all those who tend to watch us, we're grateful. This is TV3 Newday. We're live from our studios right here. We're just close to, well, it depends on which side of the political divide you are, whether it's Jubilee House for the MPP or Flagstaff House for the NDC. Well, we're along the presidential drive. It's good. It's good.
I like how you always say,
Yeah.
like, you say it as if you see the president every morning when he's passing.
Yeah, President John Dramani Mahama. You know, we used to see President Kufuor.
The convoy, you mean?
Yeah, convoy. But we don't see much of President John Dramani Mahama doesn't use very much.
That's actually true, yes. I don't know where he passes to go to his office.
You know, because he lives at the other side, I think Airport Hill, so he goes through the switchback road. But he doesn't use a lot of long...
Convoy, so you wouldn't even know that he's coming.
Yeah, you know that he's coming, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not here. But the former president also lived here.
Yeah.
His residence, and so would always use a sign.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's great to see you this Wednesday morning.
I love the way you look. This is Eddie Joy.
Yes,
you're looking
Eddie
like
Joy.
Queen Elizabeth this morning. Very aristocratic.
Aish,
Yeah,
thank
you
very
remind me
much.
of the Netflix series Bridgerton.
Okay, yeah.
You look very exquisite.
Thank you very much.
Great. So Eddie Joy, they can be found where?
Eddie Joy in Dasuman, on the La Road, and East Legon. Those are the physical locations, but if you want to find them on social media, just to get your size, of course, it's Eddie Joy _closet.
Fantastic. You're looking exquisite.
Thank you very much.
And a lot of Professor Frimpong Boateng, the famous heart surgeon who turned a politician, and he's been tossed around in the media. So we said, why not also have a bite this morning at the cherry, so to speak. So we'll be discussing that for big issues. We'll also discuss Pandai, and I don't know whether I can solicit your view, whether we can use that to ask questions for this morning's segment.
We can use it too.
It's quite a big turnaround for Professor Frimpong Boateng, the way he's being tossed.
Yes.
Because the MPP leadership, they've written a letter, right?
Yeah, and it's quite interesting when he says that they can't sack me from the party. I was there before any of the current leadership members, so it's quite interesting. But also the Pandai thing that you talked about. I think that when the election rerun, the decision was deferred to the 13th of January 2026, a number of people, especially the constituents there, were hoping that yesterday they will get the results they need regarding the way forward, and it has been deferred again. So obviously they are not happy about it. I think the problem is, we saw what happened in Asin North when this thing dragged on and on and on, and people felt that they were lagging behind in development. So they're hoping that this doesn't get to that stage like we saw with that one. So they have a point that we should be able to deal with this as quickly as possible. So I guess that's something that we can also ask them to share their thoughts on.
Whether there's a stalemate, there's no headway yet on what needs to be done. Both parties say they're preparing to have a go at each other when it comes to the by-election. Is it a by-election or a rerun?
A rerun, yes. So Matthew Nyendam is it Nakpao? Yes.
Yeah, no, it's Wakpao. Insala
yes.
Wakpao.
Wakpao, yes. So
both honorables.
Honorables,
so
yes.
One is a former. The other one is an incumbent. Had been a former also.
Exactly, yes. So
the Pandai seats and the fight between Matthew Nyendam and then Daniel Insala Wakpao is quite interesting. And I'm very close to Daniel as well because we're all in school at the same time. When I was in year 2, he came for year 1. His brother was my classmate.
As in tertiary?
Baba. Yeah, no, secondary school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
He's a great guy.
Okay.
Very tall and athletic at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're able to deal with that quickly. But you can, of course, during this morning's segment, share your thoughts with us on what's going on with that. And, of course, the Frimpong Boateng bit, which has been dominating. I mean, yesterday he was just trending everywhere.
Yeah, certainly. Yes. We'll also look at our water issues. So we will take you to the
Estate North.
Yeah, Estate North, the tertiary area.
That's
also get to gauge why water not flowing at the taps or in the taps is a concern for residents as well. So we'll try as many times as possible, take you to Estate North, close to the tertiary area, and we'll be coming to you live from that area. But we also have cash out. It goes with a short code, *439# as many times as you can.
Yes.
You have to increase the number of tickets you have. Cookie has a way of endearing herself to you people. I've tried several times. It looks like You know, my voice is always very pitchy and not nice, so not very romantic. Hi, romantic cash money cookie tea. The daughter of Daddy Yo.
Wow.
How did Daddy Yo celebrate the birthday?
It was great. It was a beautiful birthday. Yeah. He says
I hope the family did something memorable.
Oh, yeah, we did. And there's more to come because my mom's birthday is next month as well.
Oh, lovely.
It's tuning in at boom.
Yes,
And then,
yes.
Michelle Obama, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Today she's Michelle, eh? All right.
Roland said Queen Elizabeth.
Eddie Joy. Papa. Your hair is
Beatrice.
beautiful. That one too is by who?
Eddie Joy.
Thank you. No, Eddie Joy doesn't do hair.
Well, so it's quite an interest. I don't know what you make of the Frimpong Boateng, the reaction
it's so
to his position.
Yeah. Very explosive. But the thing I don't understand is, he says there's the proper MPP, which is virtual. Virtual says hey.
Yeah. And he said the current one is fake.
Yes, it's fake.
He has incurred the wrath of the current executive,
He has.
especially the general secretary, who has already started triggering various clauses or articles in the constitution for his dismembership.
But you see, that's where the controversy comes in, because there are a number of individuals within the MPP that people feel have made utterances. For instance, others mentioned Kennedy Japan, for instance, who said fools. So fool and fake, which one is stronger to an extent that you want to begin a process to sack somebody from the party? And also Abronye as well.
But I thought as a way of regrouping and bringing everybody together. You remember sometime last year, the MPP gave the platform for members who opted out and those who were sacked, all of them, to regroup and come back into the party.
But he hasn't been sacked.
So wait, so I thought that was the
been sacked?
Professor Frimpong.
Wait, but he's about to. That's what I'm saying. So if they were integrating and bringing everybody
Calling
back
everybody
in
for
unity,
unity.
why do you want to just take him out on
his...
It's quite
this
an
one be
interesting
proper logic.
perspective. It's quite an interesting
No, seriously
perspective
though.
you're bringing on board, yes.
Because just a few months ago, you were calling everybody to come back. You remember when you asked Solo, when you asked Solo if he was going to go, go back, and Solo said no, he would never go back. You understand? So if we are regrouping, I mean, the primaries are just around the corner, just a few days away.
Yes,
exactly.
17 or
so then
16 days.
Why do we want to disintegrate? It's just like you're saying, somebody said fools, and somebody said fake. Which is stronger? Is it enough reason to stand on to say that, you know what, get out of the party? I was listening to, watching Ghana Tonight yesterday, and then talking with Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo was also on there. You know, he's also gone through his own issues about he's not a member, he's a member, and all of that. And I'm just thinking, maybe the MPP should just calmly sit down and reconsider a number of things, because that disintegration is becoming alarming for me. I'm not sure what's going on.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Vocabulary being used left, right, center on the set. Disintegration. But we'll also tell you the latest from the sports team, 3 sports. The African Cup of Nations is coming to a head. Really? So we have Senegal going to face Egypt, and then subsequently Nigeria facing the host Morocco. Okay. So all today, football lovers.
It will be beautiful. Yeah. It will be beautiful.
Morocco and
Nigeria.
Today,
and the Nigerian last match was just beautiful. They have this guy called Lukman, who always has a good gel with Osimhen, and it's quite beautiful to see the way they play. Only that after his matches, the way he reacts when he's being interviewed is quite weird. As if he has taken or something.
Yeah, I've seen those as well. Anyway.
But footballers have a very nice, they have a unique way of talking when a footballer is talking.
No, this guy is British, so he's really not into that. Not like our own, as you saw the man.
But it looks like Antoine Semenyo
he's on fire. He scored yesterday.
Formidable top speed that is very admirable. Yes, Antoine Semenyo is my favorite player. No, nothing has happened to Kudus. Kudus is still my Kudus,
Kudus is still your Kudus.
Exactly. Kudus is still my Kudus. Exactly. But no, give way to new stars. You understand? When people are shining, also throw more spotlight on them. It's his time, and he's shining. I'm very happy.
If you've been bought very expensively, you don't have the opportunity to mess up.
And God is on his side.
God is just on his side. I think that's what's happening right now. Yeah.
Charlie, 64
million pounds. Offer 4 per mile, 4 that's
But you know, I was going through the deductions, the deductions.
Yeah, by the time, by the time,
I don't understand. You people, they calculate somebody in money.
No, the deductions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's serious.
Anyway, if you're in the Teshi enclave this morning, I'm coming your way. It's the reason I'm dressed down this morning. I'm not looking quite like Michelle Obama.
Okay, so this is even your field dress.
Oh, yeah. I'm dressed down.
Right.
Thank you. And then my studio dress is yeah.
All right.
So if you are still encountering water issues, I'm coming your way this morning. Let's have a sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's see what progress has been made. Okay, no, tomorrow is Thursday. Because really, most of the people who you spoke to yesterday mentioned that the taps flow on Thursdays, right? Yesterday, when you went to... What's the name of the lady?
And goes and gets cut or goes away.
On Friday morning. So we'll see what has happened ever since you visited yesterday. I love the name of the lady you spoke to yesterday. What was the... Akeya Heko. Yeah, that was her name. So, Tashi, I'm coming to you this morning. What is it called again? Estate what? It's called the name of the Estate North.
Yeah.
Estate North. Yes, I'm coming to that area this morning. So let's have a conversation. Get ready for me, and we'll see what we find out in that community. But what are we asking our viewers this morning?
Well, so it's about Frimpong Boateng and the Kwanda elections. The court has again adjourned. So
all right. Welcome back. It's TV3, a new day. Time now for you to share your opinion with us. But in the meantime, whilst you do that, remember that you can win 1,000 Ghana cedis this morning just by dialing *439# if you are a Telecel or MTN subscriber. Today is Wednesday, so you're choosing option 2, the TV3 option. Follow the rest of the very user-friendly prompts. Please follow through to the end and make sure that you are cashing out big with us. *439# is the code. If you are a Telecel or MTN subscriber, make sure that you are playing as many times as possible to increase your chances of winning. Play as many times, so that's what I've said, as many times as possible. That's the only way that you can win 1,000 Ghana cedis this morning. So *439#, *439#, option 2, and you are good to go. Welcome to this morning. Well, the MPP says that Professor Frimpong Boateng is totally out of line with his utterances, and processes are underway to get him expelled from the party officially. What do you make of that this morning? Let's know what your thoughts are. We would also read your messages, as many of them as possible.
There are already
especially
messages coming
too many of them. Kocho, I see you, Kocho. I see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I couldn't turn up for the funeral. There was so much going on, but I hope you guys supported our sister Abuna. And Ebo Samoni, good morning to you. Engineer Samoa, good morning to you as well. Randa, I'm sure you're watching. Theodora Akwa, the entire squad, everyone. Rolly, where is Lydia Nyaba?
Lydia Nyaba, the Ghana National Association of Teachers. You know, they held their quadrennial conference, and I saw her, the UPSC cover. She's fine.
Wow.
Always
I haven't heard you say Lydia Nyaba in a long while.
Lydia Nyaba.
Is that Alaji from Tablugu?
Nyaba.
Is that Alaji on the line? Oh, that's not Alaji.
Hello, Beatrice.
Hi, Alhaji.
Yeah, cookie tea.
Please, did you say cookie or quickie?
You said cookie tea.
I don't say cookie. I don't say cookie.
Okay.
Roland.
Yes, sir.
Enjera.
Nah. Gombian.
You just going to say nah to everything.
Gombian.
Roland, pour me ce pas chief exécutif pour la l'Assemblée. let me send my greeting to Shamima Musle and Chairman of Ofosu Ampo, First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Bernard Ayapo, and Chief of Staff, Honorable Juliet Debra.
Alaji, have you bought a new phone? Because today you sound so clear.
I'm telling you, it's so nice.
Alaji, have you bought a new phone or you've changed your house?
Yeah, I know, I won't get the new phone. The old phone I still use.
Then today, dear, your reception is clear. Pa.
Are you sure?
Yes, so.
Okay. Maybe my municipal chief executive will bring me a new phone.
Okay.
That's indirect pressure.
Alaji.
You see, the Frumpong Bwati issue, I think some of the MPP members, they did not understand Professor Frumpong Bwati. Because if they say the party is a fake party, he mean it. Because if you have a fake leaders, look at how the General Secretary is making. When they voted for General Secretary, how many people ran away for the party? How many people and he sacked for the party? So ask yourself question. Such kind of people lead your party. Do you think the party can move forward? Nobody can sack Professor Frumpong Bwati for the party. Because it's an old member for the party. General Secretary don't have a right to say in that. So I just want to tell them they should be united because they are one and we win them more than close to 2 million votes. So if you start stacking people for your party, Yaobobia Samoa, Alan Kojo Chairman Tene, and Nana, the former General Secretary. And they all run away for the party. And you still sack people for your party. You even know internal contest. Look at about what is going on in internal contest. About issue about the Pandai by rerun. I think we prepare to win the Pandaya rerun. I think that we will not make mistake to leave that seat for the MPP because you don't win the election, genuine election. Let me tell you some simple.
Alaji, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Alaji, thank you. You've gotten.
May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our
I was enjoying the clarity of his line this morning, and he just.
I don't know where Alaji said. Today his line is perfect. His line is.
And he's in his element.
Yes, he's in his element, pa. Charlie, but that's a call for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, Master Planner Junior, Kintampo North, Communication Officer, MPP.
Inshallah, Papa.
Now, Master Planner, are you also in favor of sacking Professor Frumpong Bwati from your party as a communicator? What do you think?
First of all, let me say a special good morning to you and then the entire team of TV3.
Thank you.
Then my regards to all MPP executives. I think as a member of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia campaign team, we are focused on delivering victory for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia on 31st January 2026. Frumpong Bwati, I will leave that matter for our national executives to deal with that.
But why don't you want to deal with it? Because he said that in your last elections, you people were twisting the arms of delegates with money to vote for whoever you voted for. That's not the way the MPP was designed from its origin.
He should bring this evidence. We don't speak to propaganda and then allegations.
Okay.
We speak with facts and figures. It's just allegation is thrown into the air. We will not respond to that. The fact of the matter is that on Thursday, tomorrow, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia will begin his Ashanti regional tour. Tomorrow, new Edibiase. Adanse Asofa, Fomena, and Shire. So that will be the constituencies that Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia will talk tomorrow, inshallah. So I'll plead with all MPP delegates to vote for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, number 3 on the ballot paper. We will really secure victory for MPP in 2028. But let
propaganda
me also let me speak on the Panda issue.
Okay.
When every day that they are going to organize a rerun
in Kandai. I'm telling you on authority and factual that the NPP will beat the NDC. The NDC, they know that Kandai, when they went there to campaign, they realized that the grounds was not fertile for them. It was part of the reasons that when the court said, oh, they are going to suspend the rain, and they were happy because they were on grounds and they realized that, and still, no matter what, we are not coming on air to tell our plans and strategies, but we really plan and we are ready for Kandai every day, any day. So the NDC should just forget about it. You can see how farmers are trying.
Master planner, thank you. Thank you.
I'm telling you, he started the conversation.
Master planner.
You miss
Master planner, yes, thank you very much. The line of You know what I was going to say? Your microphone is muted. That's what I was going to say.
As if he was in the studio.
Exactly, in studio, yeah. But I think he's a good communicator.
Yeah,
and
that's why I said he's already started that job.
He'll be good mischievous guy.
But I wish him on the same panel with you. I don't know.
Master planner.
It depends on who is from the other side.
Inside, yeah. Okay, you go fi come.
Yeah. I think we have Idris on the line.
Oh, Idris.
Yes. Hi, Idris. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us where you're calling us from. What's on your mind? Yes. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Madam Beatrice. Good morning to my boss, Roland, and Cookie T in the studio.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm Idris calling from Daboya.
All right, Idris.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
First of all, I want to use this opportunity to thank the Almighty Allah for bringing my boss, Malik, back stronger than before. In fact, the Almighty Allah has put in a very big shame to the naysayers. In fact, what they were thinking about my boss has backfired. I want to say a very big thank you to the Almighty Allah for bringing him back stronger than ever. And my take on the NPP's suspension to Dr. Frimpong Boateng is that, look, it's about time they start to reunite ahead of the 2028 election. In fact, we want a formidable opposition going into the 2028 election. And what I'm seeing is that I foresee them suspending, what's the name?
Professor Frimpong Boateng.
No, they haven't suspended Nyaho Tamaklu.
I thought I foresee.
You foresee? Okay.
Suspending him going into the future.
Oh.
Because they have a party secretary who is interested in destroying their party instead of bringing people together. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So my advice to them is that they should rather bring everybody on board. Hello.
Okay, Idris's line is not helping. Idris, but thank you very much for sharing those thoughts with us. Enoch is also joining us on the line. Good morning to you, Enoch. Where are you calling us from? Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Hi, Beatrice. Good morning. I'm calling from Keta.
Good morning, Keta. How is Keta this morning in the Volta region?
Oh, the weather is just cool and we are enjoying it here to the glory of God.
Nice. Please share with us what you think of what's on the table.
Yes, Beatrice, Professor Frimpong Boateng is the god of heart surgery in Ghana, as we can talk about. And he being in the NPP should be a blessing to the NPP. So I don't know why they want to take that decision. But I think Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu said it all. And that is his stance, and I follow him. However, you remember that it was said once in this country that power is sweet. So it is the sweetness of the power that my good brother, the secretary, wants to exhibit. But I will advise him to take a second look at the decision he's taking. Roland the Bobu, send my regards to him. Ukuchi, my fellow Bohome friend, regards to you. And my only crush, Beatrice. Good morning once again.
How about your pamphlet?
Yes, sister. Let's say it. Won't call it.
Okay,
won't call it. Afoga.
Oh, Cookie Tea Lomba. You ever said the Bohoma?
I'm not talking about Bohoma. My brother won't call it, huh?
Enoch
at the shrine.
But for her,
Mebe edesro ha.
Bakwa.
Hi. Alashua.
Oh, we got to behind the scene.
Maybe Sani sa wa wari ana. Edesro ha.
Thank you for calling. Akpanosia.
It's so nice.
He says he's not married. So, yeah.
Okay.
You know, Kakpasia, Magayomi's on.
I wish you all the best on the show.
Right,
thank you very much. Thank you. There's a message here from Akudugu Dominic. Says, I stand with Professor Boateng. Why should good people of his caliber suffer in the hands of sycophants like the current MPP leadership? I support the proposal that MPP should be voted out of the main opposition party to the last force after considering the opinions of kids as low as 2 years old.
That's quite interesting to vote somebody out of opposition.
Can you imagine? There's another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. It's TV3 Newday. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, my brother and sisters.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us
fellow Ghanaians.
Yeah, I'm reaching you from Upper West region.
You're what?
Richard.
Okay. Okay, let's hear you.
Abu, this is Abu Alasan.
Okay, Mr. Alasan, go ahead.
Mr. Abu.
Mr. Abu, okay, let's hear you.
Yes, I want to make a comment on Mr. Frimpong Boateng issues.
Okay.
Yeah, clearly, the man is so brilliant. So when I even watching your morning show, even including your news, I don't understand the reason why MPP, the communications or anybody who they brought into these studios, they don't want the facts. When somebody see the fact and want to speak the fact, they always try to block the person. Earlier, I can recall on this woman. What is her name? I've forgotten her name. Ajua Sarah issue.
Ajua
I
Safo.
remember that issue too, because when somebody thinks something is coming and the person want to try to make his mind, they instead of them to come down and listen to the person carefully, they will not do that. They have to, throw a lot of big different challenges to that person and silence the person, which is not good. It is democracy world that we are ruling. So democracy, everybody has his opinion to say. Oh, call the man and ask why the reason why you say sick and non-sick. The person will clear his mind. Very simple as that. Thank you, my sisters and brothers.
Thank you.
They learn their lessons.
All right.
If not, they will still remain in opposition.
Thank you too for calling us. Abdullah El Hajj Black says, good morning to Honorable Said Mubarak Sunyani JJ, MP for Sunyani East constituency. Keep up the good work for the good people of Sunyani East and the entire Buri region. We, the people of Sunyani East constituency, stand with you. Well, anyway, do you have more messages?
Yeah, I have a couple of messages. This one is going to, Joe Donko, former deputy chair for MPP, but more importantly, and so we'll take a look at that. But you have to brief us later.
Yes, there's a world-class university right here in Ghana. It's called Rosebank International University, a very strong South African university and a brand of the 8V Tech Group, Africa's largest private education provider with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTech in Ghana, City Guilds UK, and the Capsicum Culinary Studio. Now, at Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration, Masters of Science, and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. We offer hospitality and culinary arts available at diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels. Now, our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a very successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now underway and open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial or Perbia House here in Accra, or you can also apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens. More messages.
Yes.
You have messages,
yes, messages
Beatrice?
Coming from Simon Yenwa says, good morning, Beatrice, Cookie and Roland.
Right.
An attempt to expel Professor Frimpong Boateng from the MPP means that they have not learned any lessons. When Honorable Alan Chematin was expelled from the MPP on similar grounds, what was the effect in the 2024 election outcome? The NPP as a party actually has to go back to the drawing table. That's from Simon Yen in Wa. Also, there's Aziz Donla. He says, also from Wa, he says, the moment MPP expels Professor Frimpong Boateng, it will further deepen the Olympian credentials and credibility. Certainly, it will further confirm the inability to build the party for election 2028. Kindly send my best wishes to inspiring and courageous boss, Honorable Rashid Tanko Computer.
Well, he'll be here this morning on the panel with Dr. Zato and Solomon as well. There's a birthday dedication here going out to Doris Akofa Ejay. Doris Akofa Ejay, you are 40 today. Happy birthday to you. It's coming from Kocho. Kocho Denge wishes you all the best. God bless you as you celebrate your birthday. Joe of the Transport Department, good morning. You're watching as well. And Rolly, there's a granola bar from Nutri Snacks right in front of you. That's all you need for your day, for all the energy that you need, packed with all the nutrients that you need. So make sure you're grabbing some for yourself, for your loved ones, and for your family as well. It's good for adults. And it's good for kids. And it's good for kids as well.
It's actually nice.
Very, very nice.
I had a whole box last year.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yes, last year.
Wow.
And I think I finished it because it's kind of heavy and it's filling.
It's very filling, yes. Very, very filling.
I finished it after even dashing some.
You know, and healthy, and it's very healthy as well. Stephen Peng has sent us a message and says, good morning, Beatrice, Cookie Cash and Papa Ro. By His grace, I've returned from sabbatical leave. Okay.
You're welcome back, sir.
He said, I was sojourning in my holy village. I'm happy to be back and seeing your faces again. Stephen, you're very, very welcome, Uncle. Good to have you back on the show. Bulga D-Line, landlord, Bulga D-Line. Well, your message is still loading. Send it quick so that I can read it before we go on break. You've read that from Aziz Donla
I have.
Already, haven't you? Okay. So, landlord, Bulga D-Line.
Well, we have another caller on the line.
Another one? Okay.
Kwabena.
Good morning, Kwabena.
Good morning.
Kwabena, where are you calling us from? Very well.
Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year to you as well.
NPP, it seems they are not looking at the way they are micro opposition.
Micro minority, you mean?
Micro minority in opposition. They are not looking at that. Because the Honorable Frimpong Boateng is older than the secretary. So another person like this, he has seen something before. That's why he's advising them. But the secretary, he just sits up and talk. This is so good. So she will really look at it again. That is one. NDC, let's take this one across. NDC, from Kokwe to a village called Sanjogofi, that road, they just banned it from NCB time up to today. If they didn't do it, NDC, they shouldn't come for election.
Which road again?
Santro Kofi.
From Kokwe to Sanjogofi.
Okay.
That road, NDC, they leave it down. We thought, we voted for them, whereby they will come and do that road. Up to, yes. They leave that road, then they are going around. They leave that road, that short distance, they are doing a road at that.
So, Hawaii to Santro Kofi, hello?
From Hawaii to Santro Kofi.
Okay.
They leave that road, Then they are doing the road to other crew.
Okay.
I don't know if they are sleeping.
I'm sure Honorable Lagboja is listening this morning. Even if he's not, I'm sure the message will be passed on to him.
They shouldn't stream for anything again.
Okay.
Because let's see, election is just in the corner.
Yeah. Okay. Hohoy to Sancho Kofi Road.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just a short distance.
Okay. Okay.
Then NDC are telling the president, we love him, but it will shake them.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling us. The message from landlord Bogadi Line has surfaced, and it says this superb brain should never have been in the MPP in the first place, referring to Professor Frimpong Boateng. Judging from what I long ago heard him say about how Professor Mills connected him with JJ and they worked to establish the Cardiothoracic Center back then, he should have been among the stalwarts of the NDC. NPP should just go and plead with JM and General Mosquito to extend the reset to their party. Ghana needs a formidable opposition. Landlord, one no ya.
The messages that are coming in.
There's a caller from
Yes, there's a caller from Pandai. I think, Philip, good morning to you. Thank you so much for calling us. How are you doing? How is Pandai this morning?
Yeah, good morning to you, which is Cookie and Roland.
Good morning.
With the issue of Professor Frimpong Boateng, the young guys in the MPP have hijacked the party. And the corruption that they left behind is unprecedented. We are currently looking for former finance minister. We are not getting, and we are here fighting for 2028, 2032. The Daniels are not stupid like that, though. We are very, very wise. And they should just relax and come together and build the party, because it's even a shameful statement or an act to say you are MPP member, because the corruption is unprecedented. We are not looking for your former finance minister. We are not getting. We don't know where he's about.
Well, we know he's in ICE detention now.
Oh, okay.
In the US.
That's fine. That's to the interest of the rational Ghanaian. Then yesterday we discussed about water crisis. Panda, we have extreme water crisis.
Oh, wow.
The place is, extreme, to the extent that when it's dry season, all our boreholes ceases to work. Wow. The Oti River passes through Pandai, through Dambai, then it proceeds to Akosomo. They can do Ghana water system for us. We need water. We don't have water. That's what is causing the typhoid fever. Typhoid fever is very rampant in Oti stretch. Anywhere the Oti River passes, typhoid fever is very, very extreme there. And lastly, with the Pandai rerun, this is a great opportunity for the NDC guys, but I still insist NDC grounds in Pandai is very weak, in the sense that there were a lot of things that was done during the DC appointment. I still repeat this, this is not my first time of calling this.
Yeah, he has. He's called it.
Yes, the executives are supposed to come, the national executives are supposed to come and solve this problem. Because it is still there. Otherwise, the rural elections, they may lose. They may lose the election because there's a lot of cracks in the NDC in Ghana. Why should even MPP argue or fight for a seat in Ghana? If not because of this problem. Ghana is purely NDC seat. So because of the cracks, Martin Lindam has gotten an opportunity to dominate or to take over the seat. The young guy I'm talking about is Samaku Robert. He's the constituency secretary of the Pandai NDC sector. He has been blacklisted, sidelined. Let me use that word. And he's extremely qualified. He has a master's degree from University of Ghana. Master's degree. There's need someone who has French qualifications to be the DC. French teacher.
Thank you.
They sleep in the person. So we need an appointment for this young guy. He's very qualified. Very, very, very qualified.
Thank you. But
so wait, because he doesn't have an appointment, there are cracks. All right, thank you very much for your comments as well. So we have a couple of comments.
Okay. Should I? Oh,
No,
Nana,
no.
Yaya.
I think Yaya is on the line.
There's a Yaya on the line.
Yes.
Okay.
Yaya.
Hello, Yaya.
Is it Yaya or Yaya? Okay.
Yaya, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Where are you calling us from, Yaya?
I'm calling you from Tamale Central.
Okay. Tamale Central. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the opportunity given me. Let me extend my visit to I live in Mama, the Tamale Central new MP, and then Haruna Idrisu to also say good morning, and all the executives inside Tamale Central, most especially like Tamale Central, Tamale SK, and all listeners, good morning. Sister, in fact, the advice we always give to NPP, they fail to listen to the advice. If I political party and people are giving you advice, take it in good name. But if I do it as if I'm a national executive, I'm this and that, I can do whatever I want because the party now belongs to us. Definitely, you are destroying your own party the more. In fact, the defeat, what leads to your defeat this thing in the foreign election? You should have learned lessons. In fact, people take the law into their own hands, into their party, and they are doing their own thing. But if you talk, they'll silence you. How can a serious political party, we start from the flag directive to the branch? How can that even work in this our country? There's in fact, sister, we advise them.
Right.
Why can't we start from the branch so that you get a competent branch executive, you go to a consultative branch executive, you get a competent people, and now you go to a regional, get a competent people, so that you are resetting your party at that level.
Thank you.
Those people, they will now go and start the flag better for people.
Thank you.
They fail to listen to advice. Then we are appealing to them. They should make sure that the party should be united so that next coming election, we win them hands down again, so that we don't want to where we win them and they fail because we are not united. That's why NDC were able to win them. When not to be in fact, to be a united film, to be united, so that we win them again.
Thank you.
Down again, let's come election.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling us from Tamale Central. Somebody says, Nicholas Juku says, Cookie, do you know that the current MPP are truly sankwas and fake? While NDC is building the young ones, the MPP youth are destroying their party. Today,
the message is coming in, and there's a message from Audu Adams Mumuni. He calls himself the Kalio man, also from Wa in the Upper West region. Says, Bitches, good morning. For the MPP to say they're expelling the Reverend Professor Frimpong Boateng, is Prof. Reverend?
I think you want to say revered.
Oh, okay. From the MPP, it's like telling the cripple that I will punish you by letting you remain on the floor.
Well, interesting comment coming through. Let me just quickly also take this one. Nathaniel, our colleague, good morning to you. I see your message. And it's quite an interesting discussion all of you have in the studio. And that is coming from Anna Adalete of Ejumakun Guest DAA Basic School at Ejumakun in the Central Region. She's also a member of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Anna, good morning to you. More importantly, we have this one from Mejina. I don't know why you haven't been able to get through the last couple of days, but he says, my concern with the MPP is the way internal dissent is handled. On several occasions, party members who attempt to speak openly or raise uncomfortable truths appear to be silenced or discouraged. This creates perception that decision-making within the party may be influenced by external interests rather than independent leadership. And that's in contrast to what happens in the NDC, you claim. And subsequently, Alhaji Jibril of National Security says that, I just love the way all of you appear and your callers also contributing to the discussion. Good morning to everybody else, including the National Security Coordinator, Alhaji Usman Razak, and Edmond Combat of the Tema Oil Refinery. Good morning to all of you from Alhaji Jibril. And then Sheikh Abubakar Napar of the Light Foundation. I think the great MPP should focus in uniting their membership, especially the breakaway Alak faction, because that incident alone should serve as a lesson so that they focus on uniting every member of the MPP in matters that are important, especially the big names in the party. Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo also included. And I know Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, the General Secretary, said he had been suspended long ago.
2016, can you imagine?
Yeah, he had been suspended long ago.
Sorry.
Okay, I see Newday Gatukwe as well. And then this one is coming from Sherry Giovanni. Sherry Giovanni, good morning to you. Says, I support the move by the MPP to expel Professor Frimpong Boateng from the party. His utterances do not depict that of an elder of the party. If he, an elder in the party, could call the party he claimed to be a member as fake, what should a grassroots man say? As for the Pandai parliamentary rerun, the gods of the land will continue to send beasts to bite those who want to perpetrate any injustice against the Honorable Matthew Nyendam. He surely will win. All right.
Brimpong Kaba says, I'm very surprised with the attitude of the executives of the MPP. It's like the whole party lacks skill on optics despite their education. Comments under their social media posts should be enough to speak to their conscience, but they still would not listen. Even in opposition, they are still arrogant and intolerant. For some of us, it doesn't bother us as much as because their future defeat is easier. Hey.
All right, Randa Shao says that these people, does it look like Professor Frimpong Boateng cares? The man is saying the truth. I'm sure some of the things he said might have been said behind closed doors already, and nothing has been done about it. Moreover, there's a constitution that governs the party, and he thinks they are acting out of the rules and regulations. I think they shouldn't sack him, but rather sit down with him and dialogue. And ends with, thank you. Sonny Kwashi, I see yours as well. Kofi Kwatingam and Nkukru. Do you remember how Ken, who is contesting the flag bearership today, once described the entire party membership as, you're saying, okay, quote, stupid. Okay, it's an audio, a video that's already, a fake is a mild word used to that, or compared to that, and yet no one even raised a finger against him. But from the day Professor Frimpong Boateng decided to join the party, he hasn't had it easy. Perhaps he should just quit partisan politics, you say. Money also sends a message, all of you as well, and says good morning to all of you.
Have you read that one from Courage
Prince Daniel York, good morning to you.
Have you read the one from Courage Kutuka?
No.
He says, good morning, Senior Rowley and my beautiful ladies. As a matter of fact, I listened to the deputy secretaries in the NPP speaking, and it seems that some young people in the NPP do not respect their elders at all. Considering how he spoke about Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, it is not fair as the founder of the NPP. As for Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, he said the truth, but the question is, why does the NPP dislike the truth? As for Pandai, the NPP should forget about it. And then Pascal says, Rolly, I don't know if you guys have noticed that women are not really involved in the conversations whenever there's time to do so for them to be heard. But at the end of the day, they will say what men can do. women can do better. And there should be gender balance. I'm not against women, but I think that that call is in the wrong direction and not necessary. The women who are active will definitely show up. We hear you. Malik Abu says, Rolly, your Star Time channel 503 has not been stable for a couple of days now. Okay. We'll take a look at it and rectify it for you. And he says, as for the MPP, they are frustrated in opposition because they never expected the defeat. Praise Nana York. Did you read that? Well, he says, good morning to all of you. I mentioned before that people really dislike honesty and facing the plain truth. All Professor Frimpong Boateng said or did was compile the Galamsey reports based on facts and submitted it properly. Yet after handing it, nothing happened. So the real question is, are they truly for Ghana or they are just protecting their party interests? He's talking about the NPP.
Right.
All right.
Well, we have to go for a break, but let me say good morning to Alhaji and Kibu Salam. Wishing you all the best for the day. You're with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and Controller. And wishing you all the best for that, as well as your family and your colleagues as well. We're taking a break. We'll be right back with big issues. But more importantly...
Yes, but 2026 is the year to travel, explore, and experience. more and more and more. Now, Global Wings, the traveling tour in partnership with Media General, invites you to experience the best of Malaysia and Singapore this April. Enjoy 9 unforgettable days with return flights to luxury hotels in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, daily meals, visa facilitation, city tours, all of that, intercountry transfers, and so much more. Why wait? Make April this year, 2026, your trip to Malaysia and Singapore a reality. These are the numbers to call: 055-0188-181 or 055-3688-398. These are the numbers to call for all your enquiries and for your bookings today. We take a break. We'll be back with the big issue.
Again, we have to tell you we have cash out. It goes with the short code *439#. As many times as you can, increase the number of tickets you have. Become one of those lucky winners. And always make sure that when you dial *439#, the options will come on your screen. So you have to do what is needful. Choose option 2. It's also going to give you a prompt asking you how many tickets you want. Increase the tickets from 40 and above. That's the surest way to go to heaven when it comes to cash out. All right. Please make sure you interact with us. We have our streaming channels on social media, particularly you going to look out for TV3 Ghana. And as you do that, let me also tell you that we have a number of you already on the stream. We're grateful for this opportunity to be with you. And Desmond Akoto, I see you. Great guy. Agongo Roja. I also see you. Prince Nani York is watching us from the UK. Liz Ikuya Kwanzaa is also there. David Pamford and Bozet Kwesi, I see you as well. Manini Money, great guy, great guy. Obrimpong Kaba, Zelis Dwayne is watching us from the UK. We're grateful for the opportunity to always have a time and share some thoughts. This morning, we're focusing on the decisions being taken by the leadership of the MPP. It's also because it looks like Professor Frimpong Boateng, the famous heart surgeon, politician as well, seemed to have opened his mouth literally too wide, incurring the wrath of the leadership of the MPP. And the General Secretary has, in a public statement, announced that, well, he has kick-started processes by triggering articles of the MPP Constitution to dismember Professor Frimpong Boateng. And there's been a flurry of reactions so far. Famous among them, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo. And in reaction to that, the General Secretary says that, well, as for him, 2016, he had even been dismembered long ago. And we know that we're told he's one of the founding members of the party. But the reactions have been also coming on social media. We're grateful for that opportunity to be able to join all of you on our stream. But let me just introduce our guests this morning. We'll also talk about the adjournment that was expected. That was not expected, but that's what transpired at the courts following the hearing of the Pandai case. And a rerun had been ordered by the Electoral Commission, but we've had a stalemate so far, and we're waiting the court to proceed, so to speak. We have a Deputy Director of Elections for the NDC, now acting in that position following the demise of his former boss. And Mr. Tanko is here. Rashid, how are you? Happy birthday to you. You clocked 50 years. Great celebration. You don't look 50. Your genes are good. Oh, yeah. Either your genes or your parents' genes are good.
It's football age.
Football age.
But I didn't play football too.
I managed to defeat age.
I think I have to come to you for your secrets.
That is it. A lot of people are asking that. I said they should come and give them the secret. Like I want to tell Dr. Zato how to also defeat age. And join my group so that...
Who says I'm not defeating age? You should give it to Solomon. It's Solomon who is growing older.
Oh, Solomon is a young man. It's my group.
I look fresher than
you are.
You have a problem with me.
Yes.
Dr. Jakuntie Zato, a week after returning from Sisala East, having interacted with the constituents, he's appearing again the second time running. And he was also on key points as well. Dr. Joshua Jakuntie Zato, you didn't attend the wedding. Oh, sorry, the birthday.
Yes.
The birthday of...
Yes, he invited me, but I was out of town.
Computer.
And I couldn't make it. But I was also there afraid if I'm going to, they will say I'm a spy. So they will chase me out. So, but don't worry, after this we can sort ourselves out.
We are
social democrats.
You are afraid of being poisoned.
Mercedes-Benz driving.
You are afraid of being poisoned.
Champagne drinking. Rolex watching social democrats.
You are afraid of being poisoned.
You are afraid of being poisoned.
No comment.
And then Solomon is the Director of Communications for the United Party. Good morning to you, Solo.
Good morning, Roland.
And your former party, they've been all out of sorts, trying to get at Professor Frimpong Boateng. I mean, to be fair, Professor Frimpong Boateng also, no talk well.
Oh, he spoke well.
He spoke well.
Very well, very well.
Really?
I mean, that is the message on the street.
Okay.
And people are so happy with him.
All right, let's do a recall. This is what incurred the wrath of the leadership of the MPP, what Professor Frimpong Boateng said, and he was interacting with Bernard Avle at the time.
Where the present MPP is not MPP, it's fake.
What?
Yeah. What I see now, it is not the MPP I used to know.
But the question still stands. Do you still consider yourself a member of the MPP?
Not the fake one.
So which one is the real one?
The real one is there. It's a virtual thing, and the members are there in the background.
You think that... I don't understand.
But look at how they elected their last flag bearer. Twist the arms of weak and...
This is for the 2024 election?
Yes. Twist people's arms, bribing delegates, and intimidating others to get a flag bearer. This is a beginning of corruption, and this should not be allowed in any serious situation or any serious party. And there were issues. We lost the elections badly, and we did not deal with the issues that led to the losses. And then we still want to go in there, and I think it would be a train wreck.
The New Patriotic Party is governed by rules. The party governed by laws. And therefore, when a person makes a statement which constitutes a misconduct, the party has to follow due process. And that is what we have done as a party. Professor Frimpong Boateng made a careless statement, which we were not expecting from a man of his stature to have made.
He's a man of integrity. He's a hard-working person. Frimpong Boateng knows how to choose his words. And if he says the party is fake, he knows why he says so. And if I were them, they would have come a quiet discussion with him before coming out the way they came. This shows clearly that the party is on its way to destruction.
And following that from Dr. Nyawonya Hotamaklo, the General Secretary also came through, and we'll just put you through or apprise you of what his statements were in some slides on your screens. And Professor Frimpong Boateng subsequently also in that reaction from the General Secretary said, was also making references to how they lost, etc., and among many others as well. And again, defend his position. Nobody can sack me from the MPP because the party does not belong to them. All right. Dr. Jabunti, what do you make of this?
Thank you very much, and good morning to all of you. I was driving yesterday when this news was breaking. I'm like, Jesus, why didn't you break on Wednesday afternoon? Look, I was like, why did you break, I don't know, Thursday, something? Why didn't you break at a time where I don't have to come and sit here and face it? Because I could just see Solomon happy, just giddy, because he's like, Jesus.
Unfortunately, Solomon is not in the editorial team.
I know.
So he doesn't make the decisions.
So honestly, I was driving yesterday. I was going to city campus. I had a class. I'm like, why didn't you happen when I'm not supposed to come and face the wrath of it? But it happened. But it's good. I mean, and I want to do this. And I also want to say something today that for a long time I've not said. When I heard what he said, I want to respect somebody like Solomon. I've never said this. Because he got to a similar state as he is. But he did something. He had the balls to walk away. He had the balls to say that precisely because of what I've seen, he and a lot of people, they from Fronto guys, they got there and they said that, yes, we were part of this MPP. We enjoyed this MPP. We benefited from this and we did this. But at this stage, we don't think that this is the MPP we know. So what did they do? They had the balls. They moved away. And I respect that. I don't agree with that decision. I think they were wrong. But the fact that they have come to that stage to say that they walk away makes sense. Because there's something that I want to do today. I want to ask myself. There are two Professor Frimpong Boatengs. And it's difficult for me to address the Frimpong Boateng without trying to understand which Frimpong Boateng am I talking to. There is the Frimpong Boateng, who is the cardiologist, the science guy, the guy who set up the cardiological,
the National Cardiothoracic Center.
That brilliant, exceptional scientist. Today, that's not the Frimpong Boateng I'm talking to. That Frimpong Boateng, I'm not even qualified to do his laces.
Okay.
Impeccable science.
But you're qualified to speak to him as a politician.
Please let me. That Frimpong Boateng, I can't even go anywhere near him. He's up there, I'm on the floor. Then there's Frimpong Boateng, the politician. That Frimpong Boateng, precisely because he's a politician, I think I'm well qualified to speak to him like that. So I want viewers to understand.
Because he's become a politician, he's your co-equal.
I don't say that.
You speak to him rough. Is that what you're saying, literally?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying precisely because he's a politician, and politicians make public policies, all politicians are the same. I think that I also qualify to talk to or to respond to a politician, not in that person. That's what I'm saying. So today, I want us to talk about the political aspect of professional acts. Is that since when the politician, Professor Frimpong Boateng, know that the NPP was fake? When did he know that? In 2016, 2017, when he was made a cabinet minister, was the NPP fake? Did he say it? Did he come out to say the NPP was fake when he was a cabinet minister? Did he come out to say the NPP was fake when he was benefiting from the party? When did the party become fake? It's important that we know, because if you only think the party is real when you are in power and benefiting, then it is problematic. That's not principle. So when did he know that the party was fake? It's important. You left government, or you were relieved of your duties after 2020 elections, from 2020 to 2024. Again, was the party fake then? If it was fake, and you are a real human being, why do you stay in the fake party? When you say something is fake, the person is not real. You are a man of substance. You are an international man with international reputation. Why do you still stay in a party that is fake? Why? Are you not afraid that some of the fakeness, if I can put it that, will rob of you? If it is fake, why are you still there?
All right.
And why are you still fighting to be there? Secondly, now, some terms were used, and I think that those terms mean more than they are. Is that the NPP has become different, the word different, it has become fake, it has come like. Those are what I refer to as loaded terms. The literature and the theory refer to loaded terms are terms which should not be taken as their simplistic meanings, that they have deeper core meanings, and those deeper meanings make a lot. When he said the party is different, I agree. The party is different. The MPP of 1992 is not the MPP of 2025, which is supposed to do. No organization stays the same it is as it was. Even the country, Ghana, it evolves. So what is different? Yes, in 1992, the leader of the MPP was Albert Aduboahin. Albert Aduboahin was a Ashanti man from the southern part of Ghana and a Christian. So yes, it's different. Two, the party changed later by the 1996 elections. The leader of the party then was J.A. Kufuor. Kufuor was a Christian and a Catholic, and Ashanti from the southern part of Ghana. So the party was different. By 2008, the party had changed again. The leader of the party became Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, also a Christian from Achim and the southern part of Ghana. So that is different. Today, yes, the party is different. The leader of the party, or the man who led the party election again, is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
So that's your interpretation?
He is a Muslim. He is a Northerner. And he is different. So the party is different. I agree with that.
Is it your assumption that he was making references to
I'm saying that they are loaded terms.
But not rather making references to the ethos, the core values of the party, which he aligned with, for which he thinks for today the party had dissociated or perhaps disintegrated itself from those?
When I am reading a student's PhD thesis or MPhil thesis, one of the things I tell my students, define your concepts. Define your concepts. If you use a word or a term, define it. Don't let me assume. I shouldn't be sitting there reading your thesis and then assume, what do you mean by efficiency? What do you mean by efficiency? You cannot assume that I know. No. So define the concept. He did not. So we are now left with how to define what he means by this. So if you say the thing is fake, what does that mean? If he had told us, if he had defined it, I would use his definition. He didn't tell us. So I now have to find out what does that mean. And I'm telling you this is what I mean. So when he said the party is different, it's different. It's different because come January 31st, a Muslim, a Northerner, is going to be elected. And
what does that got to do with the conversation?
I am telling you why it's different. I'm telling you why. That's what I've seen. He's not defined the concept fake. That is different. So I agree that the party is different. And the party is different for a good reason. It's different because somebody younger, somebody who is not from traditional account, is aspiring to be leader of the party. And that is what the party is wrong. So was the party fake when Adu Boahen led the party? Was the party fake when J.A. Kufuor led the party? Was the party fake when Nana Akufo-Addo left the party? Or is it the only fake now when His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has come to lead the party? If that is what you want to say it. Tell us that I'm in. Now, if you say the ethos of the party...
Why are you making this a Bawumia Frimpong Boateng issue?
I'm not... You've asked me, and I've told you why. I've told you this because if you say this is fake, what does that... Do you know what fake means? When you say the party, do you know what it means? I don't know. So
it's not real.
Good. Now, the party, the symbol is real. The elephant is still there.
That is different from its original state. Fake.
What was the original state? The constitution of the NPP is real. It's there. The NPP is real. It exists as an organization. The headquarters is real. It's still there. Every national office is there. So what is not real? Tell me.
Dr. Ajambutezato, do you know Richard Amakumba, Dr. Richard Amakumba, had lived long years in the United States. He's described the party as being taken over by Satan. Subsequently, even Kenny Japong, when the party was in power, headed by, of course, the executive president at the time, and then subsequently we have the vice president, who is now going to be one of the leading presidential aspirants, so will be a presidential candidate, also described the party as stupid. Why is it that by precedent, you don't deal with leading members who make utterances which will incur the wrath of leadership the same way? It looks like Professor Frimpong Boateng has been dealt differently. Okay, in consonance with the two I've cited. Good.
So you take that an issue with that with the general secretary of the party. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know why he's making his decisions. I don't know why the general secretary is doing that. My question I want to ask this one. Now, politically, look, I remember in around 2000 when Barack Obama started to run for president of the United States. People said similar things. They used this what is called loaded terms to describe him. They said he was just a community organizer. Meanwhile, Barack Obama was a sitting United States senator. He was a lecturer at Harvard. He had written his reputation. But no, when they said he was just a community advisor, organizer, they are trying to deny him of that stature, because in the United States there's a popular saying that every senator wakes up, looks in the mirror, and sees a future president. They were trying to deny him. The code word of saying that he was just a community advisor, he wasn't ready, was to say that he was black. It was a loaded term. That word community advisor became a loaded term to describe him. Today, when people are saying this, when people come out to say this without mentioning it, they are referring to similar things. They are veiled. Some of them are clouded in religious and tribal bigotry. Some of them are afraid, or they don't want to face the consequences that the NPP they know will be headed by somebody who is not one of the traditional people they are used to heading it. And they are freaking out. And that is how you see them lashing out like that. My point is that, look, every organization aspires to change and redefine itself. They do. For the first time, the University of Ghana has a female vice chancellor. She was doing an amazing job. It happens. There was a time probably we said that almost academia is dominated by men. We have an excellent, wonderful female vice chancellor. So get in line. The people's will of the MPP will be shown on 31st. I want to come to one last point, please, if you just indulge me. These people who are saying that the party's ethos have changed, even if we mean by ethos, when the NPP lost the elections, they did something. They opened up their constitution for review. They asked every member of the NPP that, look, granted 8 years, we've done some things wrong. Now we have an opportunity. Submit memoranda for us to, if it is supposed to go back to our ethos. Submit suggestions to make the party better. Come, let's see. Did any of these people submit a memorandum to the party reform committee? Did any of these people go to the party to say, look, this is how we get back to our roots? No. So an opportunity existed for you to help make the party better. You didn't take it. An opportunity happened for you to go and get a constitutional reform. You didn't do it. And so if you now say you love the party, what exactly are you doing to make the party better? I thought that if any of these people had submitted any memorandum, anything to make the party better, and the party rejected it, then today you can come and say, look, I suggested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for you to make the party better. You don't do that. Precisely because of that, now I think the party is wrong. But if you did not lift a finger to make the party better, if you do not lift a finger to make the party more efficient and effective, and if you are sitting down and all you are saying is that the party is not what you think it is, of course it's not what they think. the MPP of 1992 should not be the same with the MPP of 2025. If it is, then there's a problem with the party. I am glad that the MPP of 2026 is different from the MPP of 1996.
Well, he makes those allusions, Rashid. At the end of the day, would you say that he's trying to make it a Baumia matter, but rather it's rather a misinterpretation by Professor Frimpong Boateng about how the party seemed to have been transformed over time?
Well, before, let me say good morning to the good people of Bimbila constituency. And Panda, I love them. They are nice people there.
We'll talk about Panda.
And they are bees there too.
People. I like them. I like Panda people. I wish them well. We are coming there. You see, my brother, the MPP that I used to know in 1992, when they formed the party, it was a formidable force. It was a great political party. In fact, they gave us a run for our money in 1992. You see, when they lost the presidential election of the 1992, they went and wrote a book that is Stolen Verdict. At that time, they gave us hell, although they didn't participate in the parliamentary election of the 28th parliamentary election of 1982. They didn't participate, they boycotted it. And then, even in opposition, the way they handled themselves, the likes of Professor Dubois-Hini, you have J. Kufo, Dr. Janice Salibi, Jacob H.B. Lampton, those, if you look at them, and then their national chairman then, J.B. Darucha, great mind. You see, that party that we used to know, even when they got to parliament in 1996, the 1997 parliament, NDC, we didn't find it easy at all. Their presentation in parliament made them to win the 2000 election. That was a formidable party we know. I mean, it was a party, when we're going out for program, we have to sit up. We have to sit up because we are facing a very formidable political party, not a party to joke with. They started losing it in 2007. From 2007, I got to know that this is not the MPP we used to know. This party is going down the drain. Although they were in power, because when they came in 2000, money themselves, as soon as 17 of them came up and said they were going to contest to be the flag bearer of the MPP, 2007.
That's when you claim?
That's the time they started losing it.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because
just because 17 people...
Not the number, but you look at the array of persons who came out, and you see that, look, at that time, if they had voted Alan, I know it wasn't going to be easy for us. Yes, because the cloud of the cloud he held at that time.
Alan Cash, I remember.
Alan Cash. That name was
Second
something
rank.
else. So our prayer was that they shouldn't elect him. And then that was our prayers. Shouldn't be elected. So when they elected Nana Akufo-Addo, we know how this party is finished. Because President Kufuor then made a statement. I don't know whether you have the video. That you shouldn't... He was
that
telling
is better to be a messenger
not that one, not that one. He was admonishing the MPP leadership that they shouldn't go and elect somebody who is full of tension.
And arrogance and all.
And, yes.
In that room.
In that room.
But why are you bringing that up?
No, this is the genesis of the problem. When he was admonishing, he knew what he was doing. Because this is somebody who has been a deputy foreign minister as far back 1969, 72. So he knew the people who were coming out to be elected as flag bearer. And he told them that, look, don't elect somebody who will be full of tension, who will create a lot of problems for the party. Because I also want to have peace of mind as a former president. When he was saying this, they refused and elected somebody. As soon as the person was elected, the party was full of tension. Removing national chairman. The first time, so they sacked their national chairman. Went ahead and sacked their general secretary. Sacked their national vice chairman. Wasn't it the tension?
It's not sacked. That was with the approval of the national executive.
I said, look, I'm telling you that President Kufuor said the party is full of tension. Somebody, if you vote him, they will be full of tension in the party. And they did. It happened. Now, see what I'm telling you, the history of what has happened to that party. Now, this party is now being described as a virtual party and another one. As I mean, when he stated, he said virtual. Some people are members of virtual, they belong to the virtual group. And that the virtual group are there.
Yeah, he mentioned that virtual.
The virtual.
Who do you think are the virtual people?
I think he's one of them.
So virtual means they are in abeyance. They are just at the corner.
They are in the corner. And just watching the other group.
Virtual group.
Virtual group. He used a term like that. In fact, we are learning. He's a senior lecturer. I think he has coined a term for you now. In the party, we have virtual group. And then another group that is active. Okay, so the virtual group are seeing that this party that we used to know is not the party that is running now. And all these things, when they elected the candidate of 2024, Alisa Group went and carved out another strategy to maintain Alisa Group.
Alisa Group.
They went to Alisa Hotel and said, we are going to elect presidential candidate first before we reorganize the party. Who does that? Where have you seen things like that? You are electing a presidential candidate of a party that gave you 38%, a group of people, executives, that gave you 38%.
No, I'm not suggesting. You mean Dr. Bawumia got 38% in the last 2024 elections?
Oh, see,
no, that one is a matter of fact that we should correct the fact. Did he get?
You said what? 38%.
38.2.
38.2.
Was that what he got?
That's what we got.
No, you are the deputy director of elections of the NDC. Please, there are people watching. Look them in the face and tell them what he got.
Before they added.
It's not before. You look at the final result. What did he get?
What did he get?
He got 41.
So
No. What I'm saying is because.
Oh, you are referring to the time the announcement was the first time.
No. For the sake of the people listening, we shouldn't sit here and lie.
Okay, doctor.
So what did he get?
I'm saying that.
So you mentioned.
What did Dr. Bawumia get in the last election? What did
But you cannot be pushing people to say.
If somebody's selling something that is just a naked lie, you should be able to say that. At least I know.
I've given you two results.
He had at least 41. Is it point?
Oh, that's why he said I can't.
He had 41.
Oh, okay.
So the point I'm making is that you don't sit here as a deputy director of election of an NDC and tell that lie to the people.
But you have given him the back door to interject, so that you move fast.
I'm just saying that.
No, today I'm being liberal because so that when you are interjecting,
because he didn't come to my birthday, he's taking my.
No, I'm just saying this one here is not true. So tell us, what did he get?
So you are talking about the 38 points.
You know the 38.2
is a group. You are saying it's a group.
9 constituencies were added. You know when they announced it, so 9 constituencies were added.
I like that.
That's what I'm telling you.
This is tangential. Can we get to the substance?
We'll get to the substance.
No, but at least you shouldn't get away with the fact that Bawumia did not get 38. He got 31, 41. And if you are the deputy director of election of the NDC, you're going to tell the truth this morning.
Dr. Zato.
Tell the truth. Look the people in the eye and tell them the truth.
I am saying that.
You are so much fixated on the 41.
No, that's not what I mean. We are talking about facts. Numbers don't lie.
You are happy with the 41?
Yesterday, we were talking about gazetted results. What was the gazetted results?
We'll get there.
You and who will get there? We are there now.
You see, so the MPP, Ghana, we don't want one political party. State. No, we don't want it at all. Democracy is so beautiful. Multi-party democracy, where we have strong opposition to policies and programs that we are running. And then they will come out with alternatives. It makes the country lovely. But the current one we are getting, I'm happy UP is up now. The UP is coming up. And I think they reflect the ethics of the original MPP that we used to do. If you look at their poster and the way they hold themselves, the UP is holding to that tenet.
Really?
Yes, I'm seeing it through them.
You are making certain claims that the UP rather reflects the true ethos and ethics
of the MPP that I know of 1992, 96. It's a fact. Look, let me tell you. I said I've been with this party, MPP, seeing them from 1992. I've mentioned leadership of them and how we listen to them. Anytime Jake was speaking, this was a crack. This thing, how did they call it? Brand experts. He branded MPP President Kufuor. You remember that song they gave us in 2000? You need a man to change Ghana. That song, Raffle X, NDC, took us off. It was Jake and Co. The way they handled themselves, I see it through the UP people.
But he says that the party has gone through transformation.
No, you see, when you are transforming, you have what we call ideological beliefs that you go through. Okay. And then you must make sure that it conforms to your ethics. and they are not seeing Professor from Pong, Nyahotamaklo, and the others, the gurus, the virtual members, are saying that they are not seeing this thing in that party.
So,
the party
they are virtual?
Yes, they are virtual. This is the new point came out from them. Virtual members. So these are seeing that the MPP, the path they are going, they are rather going to make NDC a one-party state in Ghana. And that is what we are avoiding.
That's not possible.
That is what we are. Can't you see can't you see the behavior of the party currently? This party that you used to know very formidable, forceful when it comes to matters of national priority, is virtually now behaving, some of them are behaving as content creators when they come out to talk about national issues. Can't you see? That is what is worrying the elders. And they are saying that you must sit up. Let's reorganize the party. Yes, he might use a term that I think maybe that is not a term he should have used, to call them fake. I think, yes, he might be worried with that term. But I think that there's something wrong with that part. It needs a serious reorganization, a serious restructuring to bring them back to the party that we used to know, the MPP. Otherwise, for instance, I've been telling them, election currently, MPP cannot win. Any type of election that we go in now, even if we want...
They are doing a lot of introspection, and they'll come out even more renewed for 2028.
I am telling you that...
You haven't been following
Look, MPP, if they go for national chairmanship position, and we put an NDC man to contest, he will win he will beat their MPP people there. Because that party, the grassroots, they are not happy with the leadership. That is why they decided to do the top-down. If they were to do the bottom-up, reorganize the party from the branches, constituency, regional, national, I am telling you, look, Kennedy Japan would have won this election hands down, their primaries. Because they will sweep all of them out. No, the executives...
So they are preventing
massive
sweeping. Overhaul.
Massive overhaul. That's why they are doing the top. The Alisa people went and sat down and carved this and saw that, look, this 38 we have got, if we don't take time and go for any branch election, we are in trouble.
So the statement from the General Secretary, what do you make of it?
Well, he is the General Secretary. He's in the driving seat. He's using the powers given to him by the Congress, the last Congress. And you see...
Conference. Yeah,
the last conference, they call it conference. Well, you see, power must be exercised judiciously. When you are given this power, the authority, and you exert it capriciously, you are going to disturb the foundation of your own base. And so, he is using the right process. That is what the Constitution has allowed them to do, the party constitution. But sometimes it might be political in the way you use your party constitution. That is why we have political committees and all that. They have best brains who go and sit at the political committees. They will have to take the decision and say, you, the Hawks, this is how we want it to go. Otherwise, if you allow the Hawks, throw the Hawks and say, this is how the Constitution says, they will throw your party into life. What they are doing now, they have virtual members and they have another group too, which is also described in a different form. I don't want to go that path to describe them, but I think that the virtual group must be listened. Dr. Zato, are you a virtual member or you are part of the other group?
That's a good question. Did Dr. Bawumia get 41 or 30 in the last election?
We will get there.
No, speak the truth. We are there now. You are the director of elections. Speak the truth.
So the final announcement is 41, right?
Okay, so have you heard his computer?
Okay. I said 38 before
please,
the 9 consequences.
Can you allow your co-panelists to also talk? Now, Solomon, the way the situation is, I mean, you have known the in-out of the MPP. You've been from the foundational, is it local? Okakwe South, etc. And so you're a breakaway UP.
We are the United Party.
So your formation, you were formed out of the ribs of the MPP.
Exactly.
So you know the ins and outs. Now, if you take a look at what is happening, what you used to know as a young MPP politician and member, how would you agree or disagree with Professor Frimpong Boateng when he says that the individuals managing the party now, the composition of the party, the fiber, moral fiber of the party, is not reflective of what the original founders of the party and how the party grew up to the time he thought the party had disintegrated or gone away from its own core beliefs?
First of all, let me put it this way, that The General Secretary that issued the statement, Professor Frimpong Boateng, has more integrity than him. He knows next to nothing about the party. And that...
Just saying, he's a lawyer.
He doesn't know anything about it. I mean, the very statement he issued must be the reason they must even fire him. Because he doesn't even understand the constitution of the MPP. In the MPP's constitution, you don't just get up and say you refer somebody to the National Executive Committee. Every disciplinary measure, it has to go through a disciplinary committee. So his reference should have been with the disciplinary committee rather than the National Executive Committee. You are
according to the constitution of the MPP.
Absolutely.
You should have referred that letter
to the disciplinary committee, so that is where natural justice will take place. Professor Frimpong Boateng must be heard. And where is he going to be heard? At the National Executive Committee? No, he goes to the disciplinary committee. He is heard, and the disciplinary committee will make a recommendation to the National Executive Committee. And believe you me, where he has submitted Professor Frimpong Boateng to, the National Executive Committee consists of regional, as part of membership, regional executive committees. So what Jesse Godwin is saying is that he is going to subject Professor Frimpong Boateng to the likes of Abronye to be vetting or seen to the expulsion of Professor Frimpong Boateng, because Professor Frimpong Boateng has said that the party is fake.
But Abronye is rightfully a regional...
But if there is anybody who should be expelled between Professor Frimpong Boateng and Abronye, who should go first?
I don't know.
Between him and Wuntumi, and mind you, Wuntumi will also be part of this committee. Between him and Buga, who should go first?
Is Buga part of the...
He's part of the... That's all. Now we are here this morning being told by Zato that all the vituperations by Professor Frimpong Boateng has to do with the vice president, the former vice president.
He hasn't said that.
That is why he brought in the idea of the Muslims and the Northerner, that he's a Muslim, he's a Northerner. That's fine. He will get there. And so the former vice president also sit at neck. So it's more or less cooking Professor Frimpong Boateng before his enemies.
He's been cooked?
Absolutely.
Oh.
But you see, how many times haven't I come here and told you that this political party called the NPP is not a new patriotic party. It is the Nana People's Party. And that was what Professor Frimpong Boateng was making reference to. I kept telling him. He argued with me. He argued with me one time on key point, and I was laughing.
But Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the former president, when he was president, gave him a position.
Exactly. Let me tell you something.
So they are Nana boys.
Today, don't take it easy, because we have a long way to go in Jerusalem.
Exactly.
The truth of the matter is that he says parties evolve. Yes, evolve to become better.
Yes.
Parties do not evolve to become worse. What did Frimpong Boateng say? He said the party is fake because throughout his life as a member of this party, there has never been a time that you do, what do you call it, flag bearership election top down.
It's not true. It has happened before.
Which
in
year?
The party.
Which year?
It has happened
Which year?
in the NDC.
Which year?
It has happened
which
before
year
in the MPP.
Which year? No. Which year? Which year? No, which year? Which year? No, which year?
It has happened
No, which year?
If you are saying
no, you were putting somebody a while ago. You were putting somebody on the street. Give me the date. Give me the date.
It has happened after the 1932 election.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It has never happened in the history of the NDC.
He says it has happened.
It has never happened.
I'm saying it has happened.
You see, I don't blame you, because you see,
you hold a position.
The likes of Zato and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, they had never been part of this party from its inception. They joined along the way.
That's a wrong description.
At the age of 29 years, I'm telling him in the face. At the age of 29 years, in 1992, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was 29 years. The party MPP was there. He was eligible to join the party. He never joined the party. He only joined the party in 2008.
It doesn't matter.
And even with that, he had to be convinced with the position of the running mate. That is how come he became a member. So he has no appreciation of the history of the party.
No, but it doesn't matter.
Professor Frimpong, what we are talking about, has contested as a flag bearer of the party on 2 occasions.
And what happened?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
He contested in 2007 and he contested in 2010. So nobody can sit here and belittle the intelligence of Professor Frimpong Boateng. He mentioned 3 or 4 things. The things that he made reference to, that the party has a lot of people who are corrupt. Is he wrong?
I don't understand.
He said one of the reasons that he thinks that the party is fake is that it has a lot of corrupt people who went into government. Is he wrong? Currently, what are we saying about the former finance minister? Is he not refusing to come back to Ghana because of corruption allegations?
but the allegation.
Look at what happened at the National Service. Look at the whole. How can Professor Frimpong want to look at this and say, this is not a good party? Remember when he was even in government, he wrote, what do you call it, a report, and then fingered a lot of MPP members in there who were so corrupt, who were destroying the environment. So the man started saying this, not today. But how did he say that is different from what the likes of Boache Dakua said? Remember on the 27th of September 2023, 2 days after we had left the MPP and joined and formed the Movement for Change, Boache Dakua came out and said that they are even lucky Mr. Chemante, Honorable Alan Chemante, has penned down his reasons for leaving the MPP. And that there were so many of the MPP people who had left the MPP in their hearts and were ready to walk away from the party during voting in the election 2024. Wasn't that what happened? The MPP that is there now, their membership will not transcend beyond the 200,000 people who are going to vote on the 31st of December, January 2026. No,
but they are core sympathizers as well as people who vote for them.
The core sympathizers are only 206,000. That's the delegates. Those are going to receive freebies.
They are members.
No, they are the delegates. They don't have any other member. Who is that member? And that is what Professor Frimpong was referring you to, the virtual members. The virtual members, he is referring to them as virtual members because he knows that the United Party is on the verge of receiving its final certificate. And the moment we receive our final certificate, the virtual members will all come to us and join the party and join the United Party. Remember, what were the reasons ascribed by Adenimo before leaving the race? What Adenimo said, how different is it from what Professor Walter said? Adenimo said that the top-down approach was bogus. It was just there to favor one candidate.
The party as fake.
It's fake.
That they have virtual
grouping. How can you have a party? The virtual grouping are the UPP.
But Adenimo didn't say
no, but Adenimo said that the party.
Even Eugene, is it Eugene Entry or something?
I'm even surprised that Eugene Entry is still with this party. A fine brain. They started speaking their minds during the days that we were speaking our minds. He has been up, and if you have people like Eugene Entry in the political party, and they are not general secretaries, and you have Jesse Kodria, what sort of party is this? A general secretary who himself doesn't even understand his own constitution he operates with.
But he's a general secretary.
What is the meaning of general secretary? A general secretary in opposition? He led the party to suffer the heaviest defeat in their lives, together with the flag bearer that they are talking about. So, Professor Frimpong has been consistent, and he has been consistent with the lives of Dr. Nyahunya Otawaklo, what Alan Chemante left the party with, left because of the reasons that he cited, what Kennedy, Atta Kennedy has been saying all these years, and so on and so forth. Professor Dr. Ban, and all those people have cited the same reasons as Amakuba, as Professor Frimpong has stated, and none of them were held before any disciplinary committee or given this treatment. But because Professor Frimpong speaks the truth directly, he doesn't mince words. You understand? They feel that they have to go after him. But if anybody cares to know within the MPP, in the same way there are few people that want to attack Professor Frimpong, I want to assure them that just like some of us went to his aid when he decided to finger all those that were involved in Galamsey, we are ready to defend Professor Frimpong because he's a member he is waiting to join the United Party anytime soon as a virtual party member.
He hasn't said he will.
No, but definitely if he continues to be with this fake party, how can he be with this fake party? In any case, he said he had walked away from this fake party. So there is nothing to even discuss.
But he still insists that he cannot be sacked from the party. So it means that he still wants to...
No, he cannot be sacked from the original MPP.
Roland, today we've just something. The deputy director...
So do you think this is the right way to treat Professor Frimpong? And how do you think, the way you envisage, based on your knowledge into politics, etc., this is going to end? Thank you.
I'm happy that this morning that we have confirmed from the Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC that His Excellency about Mahmoud Bawumia got 41% in the last elections. And that any other thing said that it's a big lie. And I am happy that he got the 41%. Because today, if you see the number of saboteurs in the NPP, the number of lions in sheep clothing, the number of people who were sabotaging his campaign within his government, then it's a miracle that he got the 41%.
Whose government?
Again, if you see the number of saboteurs,
I think it's
the number of saboteurs who were in the MPP,
remember they have said that he's a mate.
the number of saboteurs who were in the MPP and the number of them who worked diligently to oppose and prevent His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud becoming president. Despite all that opposition, he still got 41%. It is a miracle. Despite all of that, more than 4 million Ghanaians stood up all over this country and voted for him. It's a miracle he got a number. And it shows what could have happened would have happened if he didn't have such powerful forces.
You haven't answered my question. My question is, do you think that the treatment that he's going through is fair? And how do you think that's going to end?
Secondly, I think that as a man, you should put your resources or integrity where your mouth is. Why should you belong to a fake organization? Walk away. If you do not walk away, then you are also fake. If you remain in a fake organization, you are also fake. So my point is that, look, to show your personal integrity, you walk away, and that's why I started by saying that no matter what I respect Solomon, he walked away. He walked away because he thought the organization was fake. Come January 31st, more than 200,000 patriots all over this country, those that have been ascribed as being fake by whosoever, those, they are going to reject the tribal bigotry. They are going to reject the religious bigotry. They are going to go out. But that is not fair to him. But that is not fair. You are discounting for I did not say he did. They are going to start. It's not fair to him. I didn't also say he did. That's what you are saying. Why are you running away? I didn't say he did. You are running away. I didn't say he said you should do tribal politics and religious politics. Let's do it. Country. Come January 31st, over 200,000 patriots all over this country are going to go out to the polling station. They will overwhelmingly endorse His Excellency.
Even never brought Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
I didn't say that.
He never mentioned tribe.
I did not say he did. We can play back the tape.
Yes.
So, but who are we discussing?
Can I make my point? I'm just saying.
You interjected.
More than 200,000 patriots all over the country will go out to the polls January 31st.
Yes.
They will elect a competent, compassionate, exceptional and a generational brain to the party. They will give the mandate to His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because they will reward him for his consistency. They will reward him for his brains. They will reward him for his compassion. And when they give the party to him, the party will be healed. And he will lead this party to elections, and Ghana will become a strong, prosperous, and enviable country under his leadership. That is what will happen. And anybody that thinks that you are in the wrong party, I think you have opportunities. That's why there are options. And I'm happy Solomon said it, that look, there are options. And even the Social Democrats are there. You can go and join them. But you see, every political party is...
So what are you saying? To hell with anyone who doesn't...
I didn't say that. Every political party is...
With everything, you haven't said it this morning.
If I've said it to every political party is vulnerable at this time. If you choose the time that a political party, your political party is very vulnerable to come out and subject it to such a, then you are being disingenuous. At the vulnerability of your party, that is when the party needs your support. That's when the party needs your help. If you choose the point that I am very vulnerable to now pile on me, then you have never been a friend all through. You've never been a patriot all through.
We thank you.
All right. So now, what do you think needs to be done to both sides? Or perhaps how should this approach be? Rather more reconciliatory to bring more members in or not? Knowing that just some few months ago they were...
Well, I think that, you see, they have to...
They were issuing an amnesty letter, etc.
No, they need to approach the... You see, and they've gone back. They wrote an amnesty letter and they are now going back, threatening people. But I'm happy in a way the virtual members are quiet. You see, they are just watching them. The virtual members are watching them and seeing the distraction they are giving to their own party. And that is not good enough. You see, they have to approach it with some reconciliation. They shouldn't be, the hawks in the MPP need to tone down. I mean, we've seen it. And look, NDC we suffer similar things.
The chicken will never take the advice from the hawk.
Oh.
No. The sheep will never take advice from the fox.
So
no.
You don't want me to speak.
But you don't want to...
You see, why? You see, Dr. Zato, I am helping you people. Because your party is going down. With 38%, 38% is not a good thing
tell that lie
for people.
Don't tell that lie.
To bring you to power.
Don't tell that
and
lie.
I'm saying that.
It's not, wait, 38%.
We agreed, yes, 41%. Okay, please go ahead.
Hey, you are helping Dr. Zato.
No, it's not helping, you are lying.
You see, what they need to do as of now is to make sure that they bring back their old guards, listen to them. Because even President Kufuor himself is not happy with what is going on in the party. You remember his statement, Mantiasi. He recently made a statement, President Kufuor, Mantiasi.
Mantiasi. Okay.
You remember that thing?
The interview.
The interview. It was loaded. He said a lot of things in that interview. You see, how can a former president, somebody who
referring
ruled the country,
PDS and so
and the cathedral and all manner of things that they did. And so if a leader like that, and I'm sure because he's a former president, these people who have written a letter to him that will sack you in the party. They would have dared him with another letter. And that meeting framing, that they will go and sit and organize themselves, they don't even invite him. That is what is the problem we have currently. And I'm saying that don't make NDC a one political party state in Ghana. And that is what you people are doing. And we are saying that if you do that, thankfully enough, we have UP coming up. And it's an offshoot of the former UGCCC that ended up with the first UP tradition, which you claim to be in your constitution, your party constitution, which is making reference to that UP tradition. But now you don't leave it. Dr. Zato, you know it. You don't leave that UP tradition that everybody used to know. The current UP, the new one, is coming up. And I can see it through them. The leadership, the way they handle themselves, if you look at their coordination, it will tell you that the brain behind Buzia Dankwa tradition is living through the UP people. And I'm sure the virtual people should consider that aspect. Consider the UP people and stop this current MPP. It doesn't. It doesn't.
What should be the approach? Beyond this approach, what do you think should be the right approach in your perspective?
No, but the only approach is that a lot of the very serious minds in the party must run away from the party and join the United Party. Because the reality of the day...
That's your best option?
No, the current situation with the MPP is that someone who was duly elected as the national chairman, he has left the party. He has run away. So the party has no substantive national chairman. And the reason why they had to force Bute to come back, because Bute had also said after the elections that he didn't see the need to continue as the first vice chair. But guess what? If Bute had left the scene, the one who would be chairing the new Patriotic Party today would have been Chairman Buga. Can you imagine?
Why?
The national chairman of the new Patriotic Party, Chairman Buga. Hey!
How is that your problem?
These are some of the issues that Professor Fubobwati feels that it has made the party fake. And now coming back to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he claims that he has all the brains. As we speak, his own brother-in-law, Adamu Ramadan, does not even believe that he's a competent person. And it's the reason why...
Adamu Ramadan is a member of the NDC.
But between you and I, and anybody in the MPP, should...
his father-in-law was a PSC member. So what's your
unlikely event that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia becomes the president of this country, between you and Adamu Ramadan, who will benefit?
Were you there?
He does not even believe in the law. He knows that the in-law has no
So you're deviating from my question.
He has no clue.
Don't be like Dr. Zato. Asked his own questions to answer.
As someone against his brother-in-law.
All right. Okay, gentlemen.
In fact, don't go there. Don't go there. Let me clear.
They never did that.
Bobia Samoa was contesting to win the seat for the new Patriotic Party. Yes. Guess what? They were giving resources to his brother as against Bobia Samoa.
Oh, he didn't. Both he and his wife didn't campaign for him.
How would they have campaigned for him? How would they have campaigned for him?
They did not campaign for him.
Bobia Samoa himself is a colossal when it comes to identity politics. What are you talking about?
All right, it's okay. Let's not get to it. So,
you understand?
Do you think the treatment is right? So what should be done?
What should be done to Professor Fubobwati? I have said that for Professor Fubobwati.
Should break away and come to you.
He is welcome to the United Party. Indeed, I would be very surprised that you continue to associate himself with a group of people who are just bent. The way they are destroying the party very fast. I'm very surprised. Sometimes if you want to destroy an entity, you do it gradually.
Okay.
These people are just fast-tracking everything. So from here, they will be moving to the Nyahotama Close, at the Kennedys, Amwaku Bans. We are welcoming all of them. In fact,
the General Secretary said, as for Nyaho 2016, they...
Who?
his membership was revoked. That's what.
Say the general secretary.
Yes.
The general secretary who doesn't respect the laws of the party. Was it not the same general secretary that signed that they should be they had granted everybody amnesty,
including you?
Oh, me ask for that. They say forfeiture. We must apply and then come and attend an interview before they look into a matter.
You failed the interview. So you want a party. You failed the interview.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You failed the interview, so you know what goes.
Rashid, yes. So you went to court yesterday. Just 3 minutes on this. I'm told that we have some commercials before 9. So
yes, we're in court yesterday. I mean,
3 minutes on this.
We argue our case in opposition to the motion filed by the MPP seeking the Supreme Court to quash the decision of the Tamale High Court. I mean, we argue strongly, and we're very clear in our mind. You see, MPP, they always go to the desert for fishing, and that's what they were trying to do yesterday. I mean, they sent a very big net to the Sahara Desert, and we're scouting, looking for fish in the desert. I can't, in my life, the fifth floor I've reached, I've never seen fishing in the desert. And that's what they were doing at the Supreme Court yesterday. Fortunately, we stood our grounds. Very firm. You see, they came in with a gazette. And I've been saying it, Roland, this current electoral commission, they are always looking for our trouble. When I say they are looking for our trouble, it's like it's an offshoot of MPP. And I say it time and again, that look, anytime the MPP is singing a song, the chorus come from the Electoral Commission. Anytime MPP is singing song, the chorus of the song comes from the Electoral Commission. This current one. And they did the same thing in 2024. We stood our ground and did not allow them to rig the election for the MPP. Now they did similar thing yesterday. They wanted to rig the ruling at the Supreme Court for MPP yesterday. But we had eagle eyes. Because this case, we handled the case at Tamale High Court with the MPP and Electoral Commission lawyers. Gazette is done by the Electoral Commission. You did the gazette. You send this thing to the print, Ghana Publish for them to gazette, right? So when the MPP brought the 6th January 2025 gazette, that contains the Kandaya constituency. 275 of that. In an affidavit, paragraph 8 of the affidavit indicated that this is the correct gazette, and therefore the court should dismiss our 23rd application that we filed December, because at that time there was no gazette. The courts haven't admitted that, and the Electoral Commission was sitting there, did not say anything, did not oppose that 6th January gazette. And the court even awarded, because we withdrew our 23rd one, the court awarded a 7,000 Ghana cedis we paid for withdrawing our 23rd one and filed a fresh one on 25th January, just to fall within the 21 days because of the 6th January gazette. And when we went in for the case management, where 3 issues were laid down for trial, lawyers of Electoral Commission, in fact, I'm happy you are showing this lawyer. He represented the MPP at that place, at the case management. They didn't bring any gazette again to say that the safe one is not correct. This is now the correct one. So that the matter would have ended
during the case management conference.
The case management conference.
Yes.
No, they were quiet. Electoral Commission, they were quiet.
They were
they were moved and said the safe is okay. So the 3 issues were laid down for trial. We all agree. We started. Cross-examination. Witnesses were being cross-examined left and right for 11 months. The matter was ruled on 24th November. Then MPP realizing that they've lost because they were exposed big time. Roland, do you know that one polling station, MPP got 1,400 votes? One polling station. In the ruling is there.
A polling station.
Polling station.
But the Electoral Commission hadn't.
The highest is 750.
Yeah.
The highest is 750. But in Pandaya constituency, the ruling of the High Court, go and read the ruling. The judge made reference to polling stations where some polling station recorded 1,400. Another one recorded 1,200. This is what MPP is running away from and going for the question. Because if they go to appeal, which judge in his right sense will allow this? That is why they are running away from that. They are not talking about the ruling.
But you can determine that.
No,
on appeal, the judge will make that determination.
The thing is that you have gone to vote.
the register says 750. You have ended up voting 1,400. If you are a judge, do you use technicality to say that vote should stand? And so
you're waiting and ready.
I'm saying that, so this 5th January Gazette was from the Electoral Commission themselves, and we presented it. Now they are in court saying that there is another Gazette of 24th. And the Electoral Commission also swore an affidavit. We are saying, you, the Electoral Commission, supporting MPP that, yes, there's another one, 24th. Where were you at the Tamale High Court? When you were lawyers, you were sitting down with the
Gazette was issued by the Electoral Commission.
Is it not the same Electoral Commission which was not say when like this, we moved to people at the Tamale with the safe one?
Okay.
That's why I'm saying they are in concert with MPP. Anytime the MPP is doing so, they want to support them to rig the democratic credentials of Ghana.
And that's what they were. Is it not a state where if it goes well for you, yes?
No. We have never even gone to anything with them. We have been saying that this EC, we've never slept with 2 eyes with them. Because of
so that's why you have one eye.
One eye, always watching them.
The Deputy Director of
I'm not surprised that the Deputy Director of NDC...
Edu Gitamaklo says that you have to stop gagging the editorial discretion for Newday.
Thank you.
We'll discuss MPP today because the economy is doing better.
I'm not surprised that the Deputy Director of the NDC election is playing this matter because he cannot even determine the percentage that Baumia
38.2. That's
what I'm saying. So the same issue, so you can understand. The same issue said the thing is 41. He cannot even comprehend that. And you cannot even accept that. So why should we take anything you are saying serious?
People were saying 1 million.
Why should we take anything you are saying serious?
In 2016.
So if you don't even know the difference between 41 and 38, why should we take you serious?
Gentlemen.
So let's look. I have a copy of the Gazette here. I don't care what somebody swore to and all that. Maybe if they are legal procedures, that's different. But there is a Gazette here, I have a copy of it. On that Gazette, it said it was gazetted on the 24th of December. 2, there's a page here in that Gazette, and it lists the gazetted one. The one I'm looking at here has the name, candidate Matthew Nyindam. Gave his assessment. So there is a Gazette here. That's a fact. I know there's a law, and I know there are facts. And I know that if you know the law, you argue the law. If you don't know the law and you know the fact, you argue the fact. If you know both, you argue both. In this case, there is a fact. I don't care what an electoral official did or not. There is a Gazette of the elections. The Gazette says that it was gazetted on the 24th. That's a fact. If the law says that you must file within this period of the time, that too is the law. In this particular case, even though I've never entered a classroom of a law, I can then say that both the law and the fact favors Nyindam. Secondly, the people overwhelmingly voted for him. And then, so for me, if the fact and the law favors him, which there's something to that happen. I saw you paddling this thing around. Even if granted in one polling station, there were errors there. Even if in that one polling station, you think from a democratic perspective, from a good governance perspective, from an all-inclusive perspective, it is fair to throw out over 50,000 votes just because.
How many?
I'm just making a point.
Okay.
Just because one policy.
I'm drawing a scenario.
If that is the case, I'm giving a scenario. If that is the case, then why can't you cure that one ill? Because if you are eating share fruit, you eat share fruit in your village, and you see one rotten share fruit, do you throw all the share fruits away?
If it's in your mouth,
it is possible. You throw what is out. You don't also throw what is in the bowl out. So you're in the bowl you're eating. I don't know how you eat share fruits in your village. They might be eating one after the other. So if you look in the bowl, instead there's one rotten one, you know, so the point I'm making is that even if, so first of all, the fact...
I'm lost with your share nuts analogy.
Share nuts like mango. You're eating mango, and you see one is rotten, you throw it away, and you keep the good ones. Okay. If, when one policy, you keep saying, I heard you yesterday, that is 1,000 for the good.
There are many of them.
Exactly. So my point is that if they are there, why don't you then disqualify, they will say 51 in the initial lesson. If those 51 have a problem, I'm not saying they don't have. Why not conduct the election in that 51? Why throw away all the good votes because a few are spoiled? Because when you do that, you are undermining the very will of the people that voted. So for me, it has, as I said, as for courts, usually they rule whatever they want, so I cannot say, but from where I'm sitting, the facts, the Gazette, 2, and the law says that you are in the wrong. And if you cannot even add, if you know the law between 38 and 41, 38. You are wrong.
Okay.
38.
So I give you only 3 minutes.
So, Roland,
only 3 minutes.
From mathematics perspective, -1 multiplied by a billion is -1 billion. So your argument does not hold.
Which argument?
Your argument that we should only deal with the 7 the polling stations that experience overvoting and leave the rest. Once there has been an infraction, you say fraud vitiates everything. Okay. It means the entire thing. You cannot even be sure whether in those areas, in those that I only 3 minutes away. So the Supreme Court, we await the Supreme Court, but judging from the behavior or the attitude of Yinam and the MPP and the NDC, as well as the constituents Pandai, I strongly believe that both sides believe that there will be a rerun because Yinam is campaigning vigorously.
He is?
He is.
Once at the same time.
All the party leaders are there. They have seen it too. I've seen the former flag bearer, Mahmoud Bawumia. All of them have been going.
What do you make of it?
No, they know that there will be a rerun. But I have advised Yinam that he must not go and spend the little money he has with him. He must not.
He will win
because he will lose. He will win. I'm telling you, he will lose. But I'm very surprised that our brother Zato seems to be very happy with the 41% that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia got.
Especially concerning the saboteur.
Somebody who had promised his party, somebody who has promised a party that his worry was the gap. The gap that he was going to give. Oh, Dr. Mambo, he was going to give. He was going to give that gap. And you ended up at 41%. Only for us to be told that I can't pay. Can you imagine? These people, you will be there, and when they are hallucinating, they come up with all sorts of things. You see, let us get it straight. In politics, for us to have our democracy well received, we must ensure that there is always free and fair elections. I will be the last person to support a rigged or flawed process. It's the reason why some of us felt that, look, the NPP was no more attractive and we left. You can't go to Pandai, someone wakes up around 3 a.m. to go and queue and vote only for that election to be rigged and think that he must go and hide behind the Supreme Court for the Supreme Court to say they have quashed the whole thing, somebody should be an MP. Is that the way you run a system? If you strongly believe that Yinam won the elections, he must go and contest and win the elections. You understand?
You have a minute.
Elections are based on laws. That's why you are allowed to go to the High Court, and the High Court made a determination that indeed the election was not free and fair and has to be rerun. It's the reason why you are afraid to go to have a rerun, and you are going to the Supreme Court, use the simple way of stopping the elections. But I can say that if the crux of the matter is that the Gazette Day was 6th or 24th, then I believe there will be a rerun.
Thank you very much, Solomon Owusu, United Party Director of Communications, and then also Deputy Director of Elections for the NDC as well. Rashid Tanko, Dr. Jabuti Zato, thank you for joining us as well. All of you have seen your messages. Thank you so much for your messages. Unfortunately, we have to move on and do some other things. So we'll call it a morning, but we have more. We'll also be coming to you live from Teshi for water. But if you want to look smart and fashionable, visit any Woodin boutique nationwide today. Woodin offers amazing collection of authentic African fabrics, all coming ready to wear, beautiful designs, colors for men and women. With Woodin, you get to be creative and versatile with your designs. You also get to be confident and show off how truly African you are in Woodin. So go to any Woodin boutique near you today. Also get to choose from their variety of trendy products to complement your unique style. Let me read a couple of messages. This one is coming from Prince Henry. Prince Henry.
Swale from Salaga. He gave me this.
Oh, right. That's in your colors.
Yes.
Swale, the butterfly colors.
Yes. Swale.
Okay. Solomon Owusu is grateful.
From Salaga.
Obrin Ponkaba says that I vividly recall the initial introduction of Dr. Zato on the show where he was presented both as an academic and as an individual contributor to the dissection and dissertation as well as the analysis of issue. We all anticipate that in his capacity. Obrin Ponkaba.
So you mean that Zato is the reason why he's
I restrain myself from reading further.
Of the MPP, and then disguising himself
Prince Nani York.
Computer. He doesn't know the difference between 41 and 30.
The man is an MPP, but you will introduce him as an academician.
No, he said initially. From what I understand, Dr. Zato and the Bawumia camp are ready to accept the fake ones, but Ken is not part of that group and is standing firm, please kindly pass this on to Solo as well. Anyone from the MPP who wants to join the United Party must be properly vetted. Because,
you will vet everyone. No, we will vet everyone.
Because Nipa ye Cobra.
Nipa ye Cobra. We are not going to accept people. I will say, no.
And then Gabi Sokachi Naku says that, hey, Chamabuga, among the MPP National Executive Council meetings, now wow, that's Gabi.
Amprachum says he greets you.
Oh, Amprachum.
Yes,
Amprachum, good morning to you.
A wonderful.
Hey, let's say good morning. Over the years, please. No, please. Over the years, this one is coming from Abu Bakma. Over the years, while the MPP has retrogressed in its values, philosophy, and principles, the NDC has progressed in these same areas. It is deeply ironic that the party which once rose in outrage against the late E.T. Mensah for installing an electronic gate and condemned the purchase of a jacuzzi by the former First Lady, Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings, has now deteriorated to the point where its very name has become synonymous with corruption. The present MPP has sadly become a fake one. Let me say good morning to you. Pai Fianku works with engineers and planners, more importantly, and the husband is called David Pai Fianku. Wish you all the best as well. And then Alhaji Nuruddin, you are the chief driver for business mogul Ibrahim Mahama of Engineers and Plumbers. Wishing you all the best for the day. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll have more for you right here on the show. We'll bring you the latest sports headlines. Bye-bye.
very shortly, we'll bring you the latest in sports and all that you have to know, the game coming up later in the day and the days ahead. But ahead of that, Optima Solar Systems offers reliable solar energy solutions in Ghana, including solar panels, lithium batteries, water heaters, water pumps, and solar-powered CCTV. They provide installation, ongoing maintenance, repairs, and even comprehensive solar insurance against theft, fire, flood, and more. Flexible payment plans are available that services suit homes, farms, businesses, helping customers cut electricity bills, gain energy independence, and of course, support the environment. You can contact or call them now on 030-824-9900 or 050-502-3472. You can check out their website on www.optimasolarsystems.com. Social media, Instagram, Facebook is at Optima Solar GH. But let me remind you, we are cashing out this morning. We're giving 10,000 Ghana cedis to 10 of you. Every person gets 1,000 cedis. But remember that you can only get that 1,000 Ghana cedis when you play more. The more you play, the higher your chances of winning. So it's *439#. You follow the prompt, you pick your favorite platform. As always, it's number 2 right here on TV3. Pay more. Play more, and then you get the opportunity to win 1,000 cedis. I think we have our first winner. Okay, let's see which number is going home today or taking away that 1,000 Ghana cedis out of the 10,000. Just keep playing. The numbers are scrolling now. Okay. All right. Now we have 0542 445 111. Yes. That's 0542 445 ###. If this is your number, congratulations to you. You've won yourself 1,000 Ghana cedis for the middle of the week. Now, are you looking for a university that will prepare your child for the future? Look nowhere than Academic City University because it's the best choice for you. At Academic City, we do not just teach, we nurture creators, innovators and leaders who shape tomorrow's world. We offer undergraduate programs in engineering, computational sciences, business, and communication arts. And our BSc in Artificial Intelligence and Robotics Engineering are the first and only one of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. With world-class facilities and industry-experienced faculty, students do not just learn the latest technology, they actually create it. And for working professionals and young graduates, we have got you covered as well with our MSc programs in cybersecurity and data science analytics, as well as our professional certificate programs. Yes, at Academic City, our programs are practical, relevant, and future-focused. Just call us now, 026-269-3870, or visit acity.edu.gh for more information. Admissions are now open. Academic City, make your mark. Yes, so keep playing. Like I did tell you, we're giving 10,000 Ghana cedis to 10 of you. Already somebody has won 1,000 cedis middle of the week. That's good news, right? So keep playing. Dial *439#. You follow the prompt. You pick your favorite platform. Yes, it's right here, TV3, number 2. And you also get the opportunity of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis. We've given out 1,000 out of the 10,000. So you still have a good chance to win at least one more from the remaining. And we'll be getting in touch with the person who just won the 1,000 Ghana cedis, just so we get to find out what plans are available for that 1,000 Ghana cedis. But we're still reminding you, if you haven't started playing yet, you still have a chance. Keep playing. *439#. You follow the prompt. Pick your favorite platform, which is number 2, TV3. When we come back, we'll bring you the latest in sports. Do stay with us right here on Newday. And it's time for sports. The Mutala Yakubu is here. Hi, Mutala.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Wednesday. I'm great. Wednesday, middle of the week. How is it going?
Midweek. Not bad. It started pretty well because of Antoine Semenyo.
Charlie is going well for him.
He's putting us on the map big time. And we're all proud of him.
Yeah.
Just the kind of start we expected and we're hoping for. And he's delivering out there in England.
He scored again yesterday.
Yeah, he scored again for the second time running for Manchester City. This was the Carabao Cup semi-final. So those of you who are doubting Thomas's of whether Antoine Semenyo would start at Manchester City, he's really starting and is actually doing the business for them. It looks like the 65 million that they paid for him is already paying paying off and yielding fruit for them. This was one of the goals that actually could send Manchester City to the final. Even though there's a second leg to be played at home, Antoine Semenyo opened the score. He could have gotten 2 on the night. 1 was disallowed, but it's still enough. He actually ensured that City won this game by 2-0 because there was a second goal scored by Ryan Cherki. This was with the goal that was disallowed. We all thought that, Semenyo had gotten a second, but after the review from VAR, they disallowed this one. But it didn't matter in the end. City won by 2-0. And after the game, the man of the moment, Antoine Semenyo, reacted.
No, 100%. Tough game today, but we just needed to stick in there. We knew we'd get chances, and it's just in the right area to tap it in, and obviously we're victorious, so happy. I think the whole environment here is perfect. Everyone's confident and wanting to achieve the best, so I've just come into that and they've helped me with my confidence and made me feel welcome. It's been a lot, definitely been a lot, but I've enjoyed it so far. I'm definitely picking up things very quickly, and I'm enjoying it, like I said. I'm just taking the confidence that I had from Bournemouth here, and like I said, playing with a smile on my face, so I'm enjoying every moment. Second goal should have counted. The referee came and spoke to me and told me what was going on, but it's what it is.
Life is good.
Life is good for him. Just 26 years of age. And everything seemed to be moving in the right direction. Now, he spoke after the game. The captain of Manchester City, Bernardo Silva, also spoke about how he's brought a new spark and life into the team and says that Semenyo off the pitch is also a good guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I will bring you that shortly, but really, I think that the manager also needs a raise because this looks like a very strategic recruitment.
Of course, it was one that City needed because there was some over-reliance and burden on Erling Haaland. And the City were choking. Anytime Haaland fails to score, they don't get the goals. I mean, Jeremy Doku is there. He's a bit similar to Doku, to Antoine Semenyo, but he is not a goal scorer. Semenyo knows how to score the goal, so he becomes a second option for them. Days that Erling Haaland isn't scoring, like yesterday, you have the likes of Semenyo.
The more the better.
Of course, the more the better. And that is the Manchester City philosophy. He thinks that if you have more superstars, there's more competition, and you get the best out of the players.
Let's watch the captain, Bernard, now.
Happy. It's just one leg. Still have the second game at home. But a very good result. As you said, it should have been 3-0, but we're quite used to this at the moment.
What did you make of that delay at the Haaland interference? And first of all, was he offside?
I don't know what to say. I don't want to say too much because we know how these things work. But I saw it, and it just looks ridiculous for me. But it is what it is. As I said, it's so frustrating because the last time we came here to St James Park in the Premier League, we also had a lot of decisions going against us, and once again tonight, even though we won, it was just quite frustrating, to be honest. Yeah, it looks not just a very good player, but a very good guy, which helps, which fits right into the team. He's a fantastic guy who wants to play collectively, who wants to help us, who wants to have fun. And we're delighted with the way we started. Hopefully,
I love that. Right? Want to have fun. You're working, but you're having fun with it.
Of course, it's a blessing that you're making money out of your hobby. Something that makes you happy. It's a blessing to be in that position. Maybe you like singing and you're making money out of the singing. Like the likes of Sako, they will tell you it's a hobby. They feel music is a hobby for them, and they are making money out of it.
And so, good money
as
good
well.
money. Yes.
Good, not just money, good money.
Yeah. Yeah, but there are some more results, right? Beyond
yes, for the Carabao Cup. Today we have a big game. Chelsea will be playing, but as we know, yesterday, Manchester City beating Newcastle in that first leg by 2-0. So the return leg will be at the Etihad Stadium. And it looks like Manchester City have 1 foot in the final already with the scoreline. But tonight, it is Chelsea against Arsenal in the second
Arsenal,
semi-final
do me the
game.
honors.
Let's see what happens with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you have to...
Yes, to the camp from the blue half of Manchester, let's go to the red half. That is Manchester United. Yeah. They are in some form of chaos, difficulty, but maybe there's a bit to smile about because they have also appointed an interim manager. Their former midfielder, Michael Carrick, will be taking charge of the team till the end of the season after they parted ways with Ruben Amorim. Carrick has been in caretaker positions before, so he's not new to this, and they believe that he understands the Manchester United culture. That is why they brought him back. So he will be in charge of the team from now till the end of the season. And unfortunately for him, his first assignment is this weekend. It's a big game against Manchester City, and Antoine Semenyo is in red hot
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure to be in charge of the team against Manchester City isn't an easy feat. But let's see what happens with him. But Carrick has taken over the interim role of Manchester United head coach.
I'm sure already they are kind of calculating how Semenyo is playing.
Yeah.
Just so that they are able to, counter.
And unfortunately for them, he's already scored against them this season. I mean, Semenyo is very
difficult. He showed them small pepper.
He's very difficult to play against. He's a typical English Premier League player. And he's grown from the ranks playing in League 2, League 1. So he's gone through all the ranks and he understands the English game. That is why he's a dream for every manager in the English Premier League. So I'm not surprised.
I'm rooting for Nigeria.
You're rooting for Nigeria, and Nigerians are angry at CAF because today's game against Morocco, a Ghanaian referee will be at the center of affairs for them. Daniel Nilai.
So what?
And the Nigerians are saying, no, CAF, you can't do this because Ghana is seen as our biggest rivals. And why do you appoint a Ghanaian to be in charge? They said they would have even preferred an Algerian or Tunisian referee. And Morocco would also not like an Algerian or Tunisian referee to be in Africa. So Daniel Nilai is going to referee today's game between Nigeria and Morocco. Whether Nigerians are not happy about it, my colleague Bill Eshen, who is in Morocco, has put together this report.
In less than 24 hours, the semi-final game between Morocco and Nigeria will be taking place at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, which is right behind me. But the big news coming in involving a Ghanaian is that Daniel Nilai will be the central referee for that particular match. Now, Nilai was the central referee in the group stage game between Algeria and Burkina Faso and was on VAR duty as Morocco defeated Cameroon by 2-0 in the quarterfinals of the 2025 AFCON. Nilai has lots of experience on the continent, having managed a number of CAF Champions League games, CAF Confederation Cup games, and also managed, was a referee in the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, which took place in Cameroon. But this happens to be the biggest match that he would be officiating as a central referee in the semi-finals of an AFCON. And there has been a number of reactions that have been coming in on social media, mostly from the Nigerian camp. Some of them believe that since Ghanaians are rivals to Nigeria, this might not bode well for them, whilst others have cited the love for the jollof as something that could be a blessing in disguise. But as these two countries take on each other at this particular stadium, there would also be spotlight on Daniel Nilai to deliver a fair officiating as these two sides try to book a place in the final of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations.
The Bileshan with that report there. But what's making me laugh about this whole Nigeria-Ghana thing is we didn't qualify for the AFCON. I mean, the Black Stars, yes, Ghana is so inside.
Of course, we have Stoneboy performing, we have a referee in there. So Daniel Nilai, today's game, Morocco, Nigeria 7 p.m. he would be at the center of affairs. But Nigeria have been speaking.
They don't have a choice. AFCON will
of course, that is what
CAF will not listen
that is what CAF has settled on.
Okay.
So he will not listen to anyone. He thinks that Daniel Lai is qualified enough and competent to handle such a huge game. But the Nigerians are not happy and they will be monitoring proceedings. And still on the AFCON, Nigerian coach Eric Shell and their striker Victor Osimhen have spoken. They believe that Morocco have quality, but Nigeria is extra motivated for this task.
No, this is a big game, semi-final. We played our last game against Algeria. It was a good game for us. Now, a big game against a big team. So, we will enter slowly in this game because we have a last training session today. And we will be ready for tomorrow. Algeria was the biggest test. Morocco is the biggest test. Every game is the biggest test for this team because the expectation is so big. So we are ready for this game, for all of these games that we play in this tournament. We try to play every game like the last, and we will give everything, and we gave everything.
I mean, they have a very good squad, talented players, but I think we are one of the most feared team in this tournament, considering the kind of talent we have in the squad. But I think there is no pressure within the camp. There is no pressure. We don't even talk about it within ourselves. We just take one game as they come. We just played a very big nation, Algeria. We just display something that the whole world see that, yeah, these guys are really up for this trophy. But just like I used to say, it's not going to be easy. Of course, the Moroccans are playing in front of the thousands of their crowd, which is an advantage for them. But I think many of us here has played in a stadium where there is 80, 90 capacity. So for me personally, there's absolutely no pressure at all. I don't even think about it. I just focus on my team, and then when the day of the game comes, we give everything, and then we hope for the win for us. But it's not going to be easy, but I think we've got
Osimhen, right? That's his
Victor
name.
Osimhen.
Their posture, though.
Of course, he says he's relaxed and he doesn't even think about the game, which I know is not the truth.
So you see, you remember the man who spoke earlier, that's their coach, right?
Yeah,
when they played with South Africa, he said they used
the World
voodoo.
Cup qualifiers, he said South Africa used voodoo.
So now that they are protesting against a Ghanaian referee, if and when they get scored, what will he say?
Well, we are waiting to see the outcome and see the reaction from the Nigerian community. But they are very confident that they would get the better of Morocco. Senegal would also play Egypt in the other semi-final. Both semi-final games are today, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. And as you know, 3 Sports, we have Ice family in there with Bill Shen, and he will be monitoring proceedings and come up with everything that we need to know after these games. So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. But you're back at 10, right? What more should we expect?
With the Sports Daily, a lot. Especially we'll go to Morocco, where Bill is standing by, to give us a feel of how things are shaping up as we get closer to the semi-final games that will be played today.
Is it very cold in Morocco?
Very cold.
I saw how he addressed.
Very, very cold. But he's been eating and eating and eating and eating.
So it wasn't just the bloated shirt. So Thank you very much, Mutala Yakubu, for bringing us the latest in sports. Well, if you've got a gifted child at home, this is your moment. Talented Kids Season 17 auditions are officially open. Yes, Kumasi, we meet at the McLean Hotel on the 18th of January 2026 from 8 a.m. sharp. Mark the time, 8 a.m. at the McLean Hotel. And for families in Accra, auditions come your way right here at the premises of TV3 on the 20th of January 2026. Also from 8 a.m. as well. Talented Kids Season 17, where talent finds a stage. You want to take advantage of this? Kumasi, 18th of January at the McLean Hotel. And right here in Accra, at the premises of TV3, it's also at 8 a.m., starting at 8 a.m. And to stay with us, when we come back, we'll bring you some more. So we're bringing you that update on the water crisis in some communities. Let's go to Teshi now. Kukiti has already started interacting with the people there.
Percentage in kitten ato so enti me sure say no nti na wo de no I say yenya pipe ye di dwale pipe mba o ye de na ye increase nyama ye nkwe say ye kwan fertilizer grade estate ajoma ye sra ban say ye kwan no enye e kwan no de enye say ukọ baby kwan ya bobe say 9 o'clock na wo fa drop in di ba ha obi amba ukọ baby kwan na say me na me fa wo ba na wo ye ufa omumba say kwan no enye afa ye street light ni nyina asay nti yesra ban say ye nyina ye hyem na ye vote ye nti ya hyetokrom ya omba no be hwe kwan no mai na ye mai na BBC ya bra bom ya tumi adwumika na ye duru ho ye da ase area ha lejo kuku MP no ye friend say honorable den ayiku obe kutu wa ha anka ye sa fi 2025 no vote no na si ye be vote no na anka ye be to skirt and top obe kutu wa ha epa ya chaw yanka ho a onka ho nyama ne nyina ni bia fe ya mami ni won kala ka wo fertilizer bi hu wo fe mi ni adwoma bi wo gbe la iku e won mele wo gbe fe gbe ni ta chore ten oko na ba fe oko boy na ba fe election na oko boy fe na ngme ye le ayiku wa kwa won na TV wa kwa TV no MPC amenfe silejo kuku ale won na ayiku we NDCB won gbe ye NDCB ameya no nti ya panichiwo
anopai de enye nu nti na mo ban so nyaye me ba krom ha 79 ana me ba krom ha nso ekwan we ya saa neti mawo me ba anya na nso sifia yenya light bibi ankoso uti dema mfutro nkwa ye nyama homa adentia nanso edu vote tama yada na abronuma ye pa ye cho na ya ya to ho e che se ye dia ye nka ho nti se afiri se o musa bestani se ye vote mo ma dia ye pe no ma nyama ya ye vote enne ye vote ochina e che se kokromoti anu na eba ma onu so obekọ nti dia odi assembly woman wa hanu onu na chese o tu sa na mo nu ontu ye hunu nti dienti na so ya assembly woman wa woni dienti na wo ya assembly woman no minim no party sa me moto obunwe ye hunu nti na so ya mfoti manu oba be ya assembly woman oba bua yo oya oba ni yamu ehihye no tai nanso onya zi oba abeye nti yesra nu onu no di information ba koma ayiku na ayiku so di ba ko parliament nti so wan fa nko oba de hu ayiku na kasa kropo yesu wu ba ntafo a won dafa ku ube ye say ansana wama wu nkola mu nufo odi ne fa ana odi ko nti yesra nu onu su oti ho nu so on ba biom a eni ye nyasa nanso di oba besta de ye hwehwe no ti so yam ha ya ansa na ya vote
thankfully no assembly woman nankasa ejina ha yo yeda say mate abotre o wa hasa no ankasa ebehina no good morning, how are you doing?
Morning, I'm good.
And your name is?
My name is Honorable Linda Dad, assembly woman for Estate North. Currently, we are at the fertilizer area. That's where we are now. And this is where the situation is. There is water shortage here. We don't have water. People have been complaining a lot. But I think because of the population is becoming higher and higher. That's why it has affected us mostly in the area here.
Now, our understanding was that before Ghana Water Company shut down the desalination plant, there was a communique that was issued to the entire community, actually the whole of Ghana, that these challenges were going to erupt in the area. But they had also put in place measures to make sure that water supply was not disrupted. Is that what actually happened between October till now?
I think the education did not go on well. people were not educated. They were not told. Because when you circulate such messages on WhatsApp, social media, and somebody does not have a phone to check all these things, they won't know what is happening. So it's the education that did not go on well, and that's why we are here today.
Now, minus the education not going on well, can you attest to the fact that water has been supplied between October and now? And if not, what's been the challenge?
There is no water at all, more than months now. Even before October, there has been the issue of water shortage in the electoral area. And
even before October?
Yes, there has been water issues in the area, not only here. The electoral area is very big. It's the estate there, the compost plant. It's a very big electoral area. So it's not this area, but a lot of things. There's no water everywhere. Everybody is complaining about the water shortage. It's not this area.
So what have you brought us this morning? Whose house is this?
It's this thing, an opinion leader in this area who has volunteered to go and get water supply into her tank. And then she will also help the people in the electoral area. But the challenge is water that is supposed to be sold at 5 cedis now is going for 20 cedis and then 15 cedis, which is more challenging in the area.
For one kufor gallon?
Yes.
One kufor gallon is how much now?
Some people are selling it 15 cedis and some 20 cedis just because there's water shortage. Because there's no water. And the road is no good. For the car to bring the water here, they have to increase the water price. So when they also come, they have to increase the prices of the water. So that's why we are facing this.
Some people are citing financial issues for the plant's shutdown. Well, the Ghana Water Company is also saying that the operators of the plant just could not critically maintain it. Can you attest to that fact?
As for that one, yeah, I don't know much about it.
Okay. Listen, behind us, you are the assembly woman. Please come with me. Behind us are kids who are supposed to be in school at the moment, but they are here also in search of water. And you tell us that if we had even come around 4 a.m., 5 a.m., we would have seen a lot more of them here just trying to get water to go to school. Sweetheart, good morning. How are you?
Please, I'm fine.
And your name is?
Kingsford.
Why are you not in school today, Kingsford?
Please, today we are not in school because of the water.
There's no water at all?
Yes. You don't get water to bath.
There's no water to bath. So this whole week, today is Wednesday. Have you been to school the whole week?
Yes. But if you want one bucket, you go to far places before you get one bucket. Sometimes it will be 5 cedis, 15 cedis. So now we want to tell you people that we want water source to let us bath and do things.
Okay. But I need to understand something. How old are you?
Please, I'm 10 years.
10 years. And you are able to carry this when it's full?
Please, yes.
You carry it on your head?
Please, yes.
How many times in a day?
4.
4 times in a day?
Please, yes.
And you are able to carry it? You don't
Please,
have
yes.
any headaches or anything?
No.
Wow. Okay. Let me go to your brother. What's your name?
It's Kuma Jacob.
Sorry? Kuma Jacob.
Yes.
How old are you two?
13 years.
Come with me. Don't go. Come back. Which school are you in?
Dar es Salaam.
Dar es Salaam School.
Yeah.
And you are also here this morning, not in school looking for water.
Yes.
The whole week, have you been to school?
Yes.
You've been to school.
Yes.
How many days this week have you been to school?
It's me, I don't know.
Oh, but you should be able to tell me how many days you've been to school. But anyway, today is Wednesday. Did you go to school on Monday?
Yes.
You went on Tuesday. But today, Wednesday, there's no water, so you're here. How many, or you are on afternoon shift today? Are you going to go to school today?
Yes.
But if you don't get water, you cannot go.
Yes.
Okay, how far is your house from here? Where?
This is my house. This is my
just
house.
behind
Yeah.
here. Okay, and you'll be able to carry this conveniently on your head when it's full?
Yes.
Okay. So government is watching this morning. How many people are you in your house? 4,
5.
About 5 people.
Yes.
So how many of these gallons do you have to carry in a day to make sure that there's enough water for all of you?
5 days.
You have to carry about 5 of them to make sure that there's enough water. Do you have older siblings?
Yes.
You have older siblings, but you are the one in charge of fetching water and making sure that there's water in the house.
Sometimes.
Okay. So what would you want government to do for you this morning?
I want to open the pipe.
Open the tap.
To
so that you can get water for your everyday use. Is that correct? All right. Let's now go to where the water is supposed to be flowing. Gentlemen, you are also not in school this morning. Why are you not in school? What's your name? Kingsley, why are you not in school? You are riding a bike. What are you riding a bike for this morning?
we don't get water.
There's no water. Yeah. That's why you are riding freely your bike this morning. Did you come here to also fetch water? Or you just came to accompany your friends? Okay, because there's no water. Let's now find out, first of all, if there's water in this polytank. Me pacho, good morning, oh. Mr. Ramo polytank na why dia. Niura ewa hefa. Munya botre me pesa me tiase. The polytank na ye de no wa hefa.
Okojuma because nso ni ho.
Nti nsuo ni polytank ima no pay. Nti ya ba ha sisi enyina ye nya nsuo nsa.
So onya nsuo krofo bi kura kwa ba akwadada. Krofo ba ha as early as 2 a.m. Ebe bu nsuo no nti assistant now nsuo bi ani ho biom.
Na me patro wo nsuo no o fele polytank ne from nsuo ben time Ghana Water Company ebie anase woto e na odigu mu.
Time Ghana Water Company ebie but emba ye to tanka na edigu mu.
Patro, how many times in a week in a Ghana Water Company their neighbor?
In a month, in a week, they meant to make us buy in a week. In a month, about once. And I know soon I was say BSC so because unim tama abeba into a bar na nwayama amba na to water tank.
Because Ghana Water say omu release timetable on the 8th of January saying you na ebe hu day ebeba. Most of the communities are visiting and run almost normally it opens on Thursdays. Aha entisa teshi Jerusalem aha enfa fertilizer aha entisa.
Yeah, about Thursday but about late hour. Enti wa da no just say you are wonya.
Enti say ubenya ji say we biesi so ana.
So yeah, we biesi so say start say full na egugu fam.
Now, me who say polytanki eso kakra ye be in between Thursday evening and Friday morning na etumi yama.
Entumi yama. Okay. Because crocodiles were lines no so entino entumi yama.
Now, describe to me how chaotic this place is. Let's say between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. Because I can see people trooping in and the scramble for water.
5 no crap there. You are late. And then as early as 4 a.m. I may sorry and now crofodi motokia abobo ya abebun so crap kodada. Ewa.
Okay. And to say jerry can not on saying almost 10 cedi 15 cedi.
I have say 5 cedis.
Okay. I had your untu musa and course rosa and to turn 5 cedi for 1 jerry can. And ti also ye be pipe PCC ye nya nsuo mama say no kre nyame nim say nsuo. Yeah, it's true. I can attest to the fact that there's no water in this at all. Now, yes, boss.
In fact, Fitianopa, I'm supposed to go to work. As I speak to you, I'm still standing here. You can just imagine. This is the 4th place I'm visiting today, just in search of water. In fact, there's one thing I want to correct here. It's not about politics. It is about water shortage. And I think we must address the matter as it is. Our issue is Ghana Water Company should do us a favor. At least, if once in a week, it must come as they have actually scheduled for us. But sometimes they open it just about 2-3 hours. Then they again lock the water. It's gone. And that is why we are facing this problem. So let's take away politics from this. It is about water company and then they opening the tap for us so we can have access to potable water. You could see the school children, like they were complaining. They were supposed to be in school by now. Some workers, there's a woman this morning who was complaining that she does rice water. And the major source of her ingredients is water, rice, and then sugar. Now there's no water, so she's unable to cook. And you can imagine a family woman, how can she survive? So in fact, it is not about politics, it is about our livelihood. And that is why I'm very busy, I'm very serious about this. We are pleading. Whoever is in charge of this should actually come to our aid. We are suffering.
Now, if this is the 4th place you visited this morning and there's no water, what's going to be our coping mechanism right now? Because are you going to buy pure water? How are you going to survive?
Mother, on my way here, somebody suggested to me that there's a tanker that supplies water. Could you imagine when I called, the person was calling 1,200 cedis. How much is my salary? If I should buy water, 1,200 cedis. In fact, I have a poly tank at home. But because of the price, because before then, it's just 300 cedis, 350, then they fill that tank for me. Today, they are talking about 1,200 cedis. And if I should buy that twice in a month, you can just imagine how much is my salary. So I'm only pleading that whoever is in charge of this, they should see to it that at least water flows, if not twice, at least once in the week. And it must be consistent. If they open it, it should be for at least some hours so that we can fill our tanks, so that we have a reserve water. It is very devastating, in fact. Sir, you can see how I'm sweating.
I can see it for myself. Sir, good morning. You are also here. Please watch yourself. She's moving the gallon. You are also here this morning. Did you bring your jerry cans as well for water?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. And this is where you usually would come to every day. Yes. But today there's no water here. So what are you going to do? What are your plans?
What I'll do is that I'll just go and buy pure water and do ablution.
And how long has this problem persisted for you? Do you live in this neighborhood?
Yes, I was born, bred, and fed here.
Okay. Now, so from October, what has been your experience? Because some of the women were telling me that even before October, when the announcement was made, water was not even flowing. For you, what has it been?
It's true. Water has not been flowing. So for me, in person, I've been doing ablution almost thrice a week. Because sometimes I get water once in a week.
I'm hearing that he's the unit committee member, or you are a unit committee member. So you very much are aware of the situation on ground. Okay, so as part of the leadership in the community, what are you doing to reduce or to ease the pressures of this water shortage?
Truly, when the situation started, we complained to our assemblywoman, and she took it up to the assembly. They have been promising us that they will come and see to it, but nothing has been done.
When we started this series this week, we realized that some communities would have the drip water tanker, come to the community to supply water. It doesn't happen here in Teshi Fertilizer.
Normally, it happens at the main Teshi town, but here they don't come.
Okay. None at all?
None has come. None.
Wow. And for 3 months now, you have been living on ablution. You haven't had a proper bath in the last 3 months. Do you have a wife? Do you have children?
I have children. I have wives.
How have they been surviving?
Oh, sometimes I buy the pure water for them when they are going to school to bath. For them, they have to bath. Otherwise, they will be smelling in the class. Right.
But how sustainable is that?
I actually cannot tell.
Today is, I think, the 13th or the 14th of January. If this situation does not change, what do you think is going to happen in this community?
Then we have to do demonstration for the authorities to know that we are really suffering.
Yesterday we heard in the news that at the end of this month, water will be restored. We only pray that shall come to pass. Other than that, like he's saying, we need to adopt other strategies, either by relocating from here to a place you can have access to water. It's very terrible to hear that students have to bath with pure water before they go to school. How many parents can afford that? It's very, 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 very bad. So we pray that at the end of the month, they will restore water for us, and then we are free from the water shortage.
Come with me, gentlemen. Ma, and yes, said, "Ensure no ebi ni ho." And see free her and fan that you bet to me akonya nsuo ni bi. Normally move free her. Mo ba ha na se bi ni ho. Aya mo kwa hefa. Down hefa.
Our your fire road ni so. Ni movie house down. Ho no mo safie no ma ene ya ya kokopu nsuo ni bi. Nti ye movie wa ha se a movie house down.
Okay. Na me pacho papa na no wa ha o se politan kan ye ne dia no na nka mpese me bisa me Albert, me pacho ma me bisa last question. Mr. Wo, normally say ono so a unit committee member, but okay, politanki ya wodia normally sense oni ni ho sana. Aya wonto and supply more ana.
As in water tanker. Yeah, water tanker, but ono so ba last month say no 1,000, but early January we was 1,500 and a tank no. And because of that, we rely on Ghana water because we don't see 1,500. Now demand because of school quarantine, we demand 5 CDR. Just imagine at the end of the day, we don't we na ayeka amaya. Me Brazil was a sad year. Obecha time on be a pipe no. Na why away.
The situation seems a little different here because oftentimes when community members are in search of water, it's normally women and children. But you can see able-bodied men here also in search of water, telling us how dire the situation is. And the question, maybe says, "Mame, Mumbro, Assemblywoman, the situation is very dire. Community members are really, really suffering. If there's one thing that you want done today, what would it be?"
To resolve the water condition in the area.
Today?
Yes.
And if it's not done today, what's going to happen?
I think most of the schools has to be shut down because children will not be able to go to schools. Because if I have a child and every day I have to buy pure water for that child, me to bath, how will I survive? Pure water is 10 cedis. And if I have 4 children, everybody has to bath 10 cedis. That's 40 cedis times a week, times 1 month. So it's going to be costly. That means we have to shut down some of the schools, companies around, and so on and so forth.
All right. Can I have the gallon? It looks like this very location right here at Teshi Fertilizer does not have water for us. But I'm told that there's another neighborhood here that we can walk to in search of water. So hopefully we are journeying on to find water in our neighborhood. The next probably 2 or 3 houses from here, about 2 or 3 houses from here. So we are all going. Hopefully we get some. If we do not, it means that these kids will still stay home for the rest of the week. And as mentioned by the assembly member, if the problem persists, it looks like the schools around the community may have to shut down. It's still TV3 Newday. We'll cross over back in studio and then go and see if 2 or 3 houses from here we will get water. We're still crying for water on this series here on TV3 Newday. I am Cookie. We'll bring you a lot more. Now let's go.
Really a serious issue going on in Teshi, and the unfortunate incident that the children would have to stay home, and I'm sure you saw a number of them, because there is no water and parents cannot afford to buy sachet water, the bags for how many of their children to bath daily before they go to school. So hopefully the Ghana Water Company Limited is able to really find a way to deal with this problem. Remember that we've been talking about this over the last few days. There is water issue in Chado as well. A number of people having issues. Even this morning, we had a caller from Pandai also complaining about serious water issue and the fact that the Ghana Water Company Limited needs to look at the issue. So it seems like a really big national problem that the water company needs to look at to deal with. And hopefully, wherever a Cookie is going to the next 3 or 4 houses, like she said, there will be water for the people to find water there. So those who have to go to work can get water to go to work. And for the children who have had to stay home because there's no water, they will be able to get something to bath and go to school as well. We're hoping the problem will be dealt with as soon as possible. But let me remind you, the journey ends on Sunday, 25th of January 2026, as Mentor crowns its next star. Yes, 6 finalists, 1 winner, 1 historic night. TK, also Andy Kwams, Achedie, Kwame Shai, Ivy Holies, and DNA go head-to-head in a battle of vocal dexterity, electrifying performances, and dazzling dance steps in the Mentor finale. Yes, who walks away with the ultimate prize? Find out live at the National Theatre. That's Sunday, 25th of January 2026. It's happening live at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at 50 Ghana cedis. The stage is set, the votes and performances decide it all. So to push your favorite contestant to the grand finale, the prize, you have to dial *713 *13#. Or you can download the MG Reality app, vote now, and keep the dream alive. Be there. It's live at the National Theatre, and cheer your contestant to victory. It will be an exciting experience. See you there. National Theatre on 25th of this month is a Sunday at 8 p.m. Tickets selling at 50 Ghana cedis. If it's your birthday today, as we do it here all the time, we want to help you celebrate the day. Let's see who is celebrating the birthday today. Okay, Noah Entry, NDC Constituency Secretary Mansour Dubia. Have a great one from Nana. Happy birthday to you, Noah. We'll have to continue with that, yes, but it's your birthday and we want to help you celebrate. Stay with us, we're back very shortly. Continue wishing you all the best for today. Kayla Enyonyam Azotovi from your family. I love the name. Happy birthday to you, young lady. Sotovi, okay. Happy birthday to you, Catherine Amusa, Deputy Youth Organizer, wishing you long life and good health from Frederick Adasu of Kaswa Municipal. Well, happy birthday to you, ma'am. Okay. Donna Mosi, I hope I got your name correctly. I wish you more blessings and good health from Leslie. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. Odelia Mifetu of Accra College of Education, from all your loved ones. Happy birthday, ma'am. Betty Brains Yaya Barabu, from your mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Barabu. Happy birthday to you, young lady. Moses Kofi Ansan, happy 65th birthday. Wow. Happy blessed day. Happy birthday to you, sir. Joyce Kumi, happy birthday. From all your friends, Juliana of Napoli, have a good year. Ezekiel Philippi Arthur. Oh, Prophet Ezekiel, I call him. You are a great team member of the team. Have an awesome birthday from all of us at Media Genoa. Happy birthday to you, Ezekiel. V, God make you great, from Frank. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. Judith Esinam Avignon, we love you, from Fafa and Fafali. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. Emanuela Mess. May God bless you with long life and plenty of favor, from Mancha 1. Reginald Kweku, wishing you joy, good health and success always, from family and friends. Happy birthday to you, sir. Victor Ameyibo, wishing you good health from family, association and friends. Kwame Ankoma Ofuri, Value Chain Officer of the Tree Crops Development Authority. Happy birthday to you, sir. Christiana Mamle Kuwonu, from all your loved ones. Happy birthday, Christiana. Patrick Kobina Edu Yankee, wishing you blessings and happiness today and beyond, from Mavis Namali Boy Bukute. Happy birthday to all of you. Well, we're still on Cry for Water. We've been to Teshi and a few other places. So if you're having water challenges, you can be sure that we show up in your neighborhood very quickly. So we're able to, as it were, amplify your challenge before the authorities for them to do something about it. But thank you so much for joining us on Newday today. Of course, I was here with Cookie T, who is still in Teshi, trying to look for water for the people. And of course, Roland Walker. My name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you so much for being with us. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.